Yo, what is up? What is up, guys? Welcome to this stream. Welcome to this the third round of 32 fixture. This time round, it's Netherlands versus Morocco. Yeah, this is actually one of the best games of the FIFA World Cup so far because this is position 8 versus 7 in the FIFA rankings. Morocco in 7th position, while Netherlands are in 6th position. And of course, these two teams, Netherlands won their group that had the likes of Japan, um, Tunisia, and Sweden, while Morocco came in second in a group that had Brazil, Haiti, and Scotland. So clearly, these two teams today, tears will have to flow because one top team will have to exit this competition, as one has already done so in Germany. Germany earlier on being beaten three actually on penalties by Paraguay, one of the first shocks of this FIFA World Cup. So Germany are officially out. It was the first time that they ever made it to the quarterfinal or the round knockout stage ever since they won the competition went back in 2014. And of course, they fell at the first hurdle. Anyway, game is right about ready to start. We are just about ready to start. We are about to start, and we are off. Netherlands versus Morocco, one of the biggest games of this round of 32 fixture, and also this World Cup. I think it's slightly lower than the Brazil Morocco game that we had in the group stage, one of the very first games on week one of this FIFA World Cup. But of course, this one right here, this is now the business end. Winner takes all. No more draws. This is now the knockout competition rather than the knockout phase. And of course, whoever wins their game proceeds to play Canada in the next round. Earlier, like I said, Germany lost their game against Paraguay. So that means Germany have already gone home, and for Paraguay, they are waiting the winner between France and Sweden in the round of 16. So honestly, I predicted Germany versus France round of 16 game, but unfortunately, we are not going to have that. We're going to have instead France. Probably, of course, it's highly likely it's going to be France versus Paraguay. So Paraguay winning that game on penalties, and earlier on, Brazil had also won their game against Japan. Not the most convincing of victories, but at least they managed to win their game as well, courtesy of a last-minute winner from Martinelli in the 93rd minute of stoppage time. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for being part of this. As you can see, those are the two lineups. For Netherlands, we've got Verbruggen, Van Heck, Van Dijk, and also Ake, Gravenberch, De Jong, Dumfries, Van der Ven, Somerville, and of course Gakpo and Brobbey. And then of course for Morocco we've got Bono, Hakimi, Diop, Riyad, Mazraoui, Wadi, Al Nouri, Unai, Brahim Díaz, El Kanous, and of course Saibari. I know it, guys. I'll find it very hard to call this game because I don't know who's gonna carry the day. Because this is actually one of the one of the hardest games to call. Honestly, do not know who's gonna carry the day today. So, but anyway, maybe you guys are brave enough to actually call who's gonna win this game. Maybe you guys can actually predict. But anyway, game has already started. Of course, Netherlands in their usual kits of orange from head to toe, while Morocco in their changed kits of all white. And it's an early corner to Netherlands. I think this is Somerville over the corner. And guys, make sure you are liking the video and subscribing to the channel as well. Yes, make sure you are doing that wonderful stuff. Yes, help the channel grow. Help us get past the threshold over 1,000 subs so I can unlock memberships on the channel. Yeah, so guys, make sure that you do support the channel. I do covet your support. If you're watching this stream and you have not yet subscribed, please do me that awesome favor of hitting that subscribe button and of course liking the video as well. Also, you can, if you are new, you can maybe also let us know where it is you're tuning in from, whether it is across Africa, whether it's anywhere across the globe. You can let us know where it is you are enjoying the game from, and hope you guys are gonna enjoy this game as well. Yeah, because I have a feeling this is gonna be an exciting game. I don't think it is gonna be. This is not really a David versus Goliath game where we have one team attacking or the other one defends. These two teams, of course, I think are gonna go at each other. because they are in the top 10 of the FIFA ranking. So let's hope that it's gonna be an exciting game. So guys, make sure that you already liked and subscribed to the video. And for those that have already subscribed, thank you so much for the support. Hope Van der Ven is okay. That looked like a nasty challenge. Somebody can actually suffer a broken leg from that, but it seems like he's okay. And Morocco are ready to resume. Yes, this is Riyadh. Riyadh coming forward for Morocco into Diop. Diop coming forward. Yeah. And actually, in this game, I don't know, it also becomes very, very hard to call it. And let's watch that for first. Ah, over the overhit cross from Hakimi, decent run, but the cross was clearly overhit. The cross was overhit, so it's out for a throwing on this far side to be taken by Dumfries, man like Dumfries. The guy was already signed for Real Madrid, moving from Inter Milan. Mazraoui looking for Brobbey. Yard back to Bono, the goalkeeper. Yes, this is actually the keeper from Hero of 2022. Yes, an amazing run from Morocco up until the semi-final. Let's hope that they're going to be able to replicate that as well. Brahim Díaz gives it away to De Jong, turned over into Anke to Verbruggen. This is Van Heck. Dutch have actually lined up in a 3-4-3 system. Brobbey, nice hold-up play. Yes, able to be picked up by Diop. Mazraoui moves it clear. It's now Dumfries, but actually the ball was out of play. Yeah, this is actually Issa Diop, the guy I think back then I think he was playing for. He actually plays for Fulham. He was actually a French national, but he realized, no, what, I can't really play for this team. So let me just switch allegiances and play for my native land of Morocco. Yeah, because given away by Nawi, but he wins it back from Somerville, and now we coming forward. This is El Canous. Nice. El Canous. Looked like he was. Looked like a foul by Van Heck. But anyway, game has proceeded. This Dumfries. Dumfries, nice block. Took two to stop him. Yeah, this game has clearly started in a very, very intense manner. Both teams, like I said, yeah, they're gonna go at each other. Both teams are gonna go at each other. Don't expect that you're gonna have any slouches in this game, man. Seems like El Canous was nudged off the ball by Gravenbach, but the referee was like, you know what? This is a man's game. Get up, bro. Get up. Yeah, so guys, make sure that you are subscribed to the channel and have also liked the video as well. Yeah. So excuse me. Excuse me for a sec, guys. Just to be something wrong here. Something off the ball. There are mad appeals from both teams, huh? Yeah, Van Heck and Saibari going at each other. I don't know there's a reason for that, eh? But there's not gonna be further action from the referee rather. So yeah, because in this competition, if there are any confrontations and you actually raise your not even raise, but if you actually cover your mouth like this and of course say something while your mouth is covered, my friend, it's an automatic red card. But somehow it's like that rule applies on certain occasions because Jude Bellingham for England against Ghana did the exact same thing and he was not sent off. And of course, a couple of days ago, Miguel Amiron of Paraguay was actually sent off in a game against Turkey. So you wonder, it seems like the rule applies to certain people and doesn't really apply to others as well. But anyway, we will see. We will see. Maybe it's a case of double standards, but well, they argue that Bellingham was not. It was not really a confrontation. But the Miguel Almiron was cause of a confrontation. This is El Nawi. Sorry, that's Saibari. Saibari commits the foul, so it's gonna be a free kick too. Netherlands. Still don't have a single shot on target. Can clearly see that both teams still trying to feel each other, still trying to study each other because they know clearly whatever happens in this game, you're better not throw the first punch, then miss, then you're forced to kiss the game later on. So honestly, I will not be surprised if this game goes into extra time and eventually penalties. Because for the Germany game, honestly, none of us expected that game to go to extra time or eventual penalties, but it did. And Paraguay actually won it. So this might be the second penalty shootout of this tournament because I don't think there's gonna be enough to separate those two teams because they're equally good. These two teams are good. These two teams are good, and for of course they've played an amazing football at this tournament. Yeah, like I said, Germany earlier on losing on penalties. Was it 4-3? Germany actually missing two penalties, while Paraguay actually missed two, but fortunately for Germany, they missed the crucial one. Jonathan Tah put his shot over the bar in sudden death, and then, of course, Canale converted his penalty, and just like that, Germany are out. Still in shock, man. Nobody expected that. But anyway, we move. This is the tournament of shocks because I think there are going to be a little bit more surprises, man. Especially that game. Okay. Maybe Norway, Ivory Coast. Maybe do expect Norway to actually to Ivory Coast to spring up a surprise. Belgium, Senegal. I will not be surprised if Senegal actually go through. DR Congo, England. Yes, many people are overwhelmingly favoring England, but do not be surprised, guys. Do not be surprised if DR Congo are to win that game as well. Because DR Congo know how to stink out the place and just play to a dull draw. And you see now, because we don't have any more draws, can even go to penalties. They know that, you know what, we're going to fancy our chances in penalties. And as you know, England's record when it comes to taking in penalty shootouts has not been so good. So, of course, they are going to fancy their chances. They are going to fancy their chances. That's why right now you cannot really rule out anyone at all. You cannot honestly rule out anyone, especially in this knockout phase. Stranger things have always happened, man. In fact, that was actually Paraguay's first appearance in the knockout since I think France '98. You see, it's almost 30 years later, and they just managed to win the first game. It was also Germany's first appearance in since 2014, but they had won the World Cup. Because in 2018, 2022, they never made it to the round of 16, actually limited at the group stage. And you can clearly see maybe they've also lost their mojo because initially we expected them to at least do something, but they could not. So anything is possible, guys. Excuse me. Anything is very much possible. Anything is possible. Is Budawi? What is he doing, man? Ball was played in between Nawi and Mazraoui, and they just let the ball go out of play. Is De Jong? Yeah, still hasn't been dictating play as he should. So Let's hope that which is clearly the creative spark for this Dutch team. Let's hope he's not gonna get more on the ball. Is Van Heck. Yeah, Morocco's defensive shape looks like it's a typical 4-4-2 system. While for the Dutch, they still retain their shape. For 3-4-2-1 is Verbruggen, is Van Heck, is Van Dijk, is Ethenake, Gravenbach. But I like what the Dutch are doing. At least they're not really allowing, rather letting De Jong dictate play by himself. At least Gravenbach is coming to support, which is actually a good thing. Because actually, sometimes when you are playing against a 4-4-2 system, you need those two at the base of the midfield to actually come forward and actually get on the ball. Because you do not want your midfielder, deep lying playmaker to be outnumbered out there. Of course, since they also know that Van Dijk is also good on the football, he can also pick out a pass. So at least they've got good passers on this team. In fact, I feel like 70 to 80% of this Dutch starting lineup plays in the Premier League. We've got Ake, actually the entire back three. Actually, entire, if you have to count the wing backs, except maybe Dumfries, the rest do play in the Premier League. Somerville, Brobbey. Oh, what a challenge from Estadio. Oh, but the flag is up. Wonderful move from the Dutch. Ball was over the top. Somerville running in behind. Was able to get away from Mazraoui, but he was in an offside position. Looked close, man. Sometimes just let it and play out and just allow VAR to be able to review it, because it seems like Somerville and Mazraoui are actually in line with each other. I think Morocco have gotten away with one there. Morocco have clearly gotten away with one. Seems like there's gonna be an early change or what? Okay, seems like Riyad is back on his feet. He's receiving some treatment. Anyway, guys, make sure you are liking the video and subscribing to the channel. If it's your first time on this stream, welcome to the stream. Welcome to the Vinskey Valor channel. So please do me that awesome favor. Like the video and subscribe to the channel if you have not already done so. For those that have already subscribed and liked the video, thank you so much for the support. As always, God bless you guys richly. So guys, make sure that you at least support the channel, help us at least get past the minimum threshold of 1,000 subs so that we can unlock memberships on the channel. Of course, we cannot do it without your help, so that is why we need your subs, we need your support. And of course, rather, subs are completely free. You are not charged for your subscription in any way. This is De Jong to Van Heck, Van Heck, Van Heck looking for Brobbey. He's down. I don't know what's wrong with him. Looks like a collision of knees, but he seems to be okay. He seems to be okay. Excuse me. Is Mazraoui, El Kanous, Riyad, El Kanous. From Morocco, I clearly see their creative threat is El Kanous and Ulnawi. It seems like Budai is gonna play as he's not really a six, he's more of an 8 box to box. Because he's not really known for his passing range. He's more of a box to box. Nice pass from Hakimi. Looking from El Kanous. It's gonna be a corner. Gonna be a corner to Morocco. Managed to win it on the far side. Anyway, Hakimi over the corner, captain. Hakimi into the box, header. What a save! What a save! Point blank save from Verbruggen. And now we Budai over the bar. Aye. Hey, what a save from Verbruggen, man. It was actually straight at him, man. What a wonderful header from Riyadh. Straight at him. Verbruggen with a very instinctive save. What we call a reflex save. Hey, what a save, man. What a save. Wonderful reflexes, man. Yeah, because the ball came to him very, very fast. Eh? That's the first chance of the game. Is El Canus. El Canus. Brahim Díaz. Is Saibari. Hakimi. What a save again. What a save. Morocco out of nothing already created 2 shots on goal, forcing Verbruggen into very, very wonderful saves, man. What a shot from Hakimi. And even very good save. Verbruggen just tipped it over the bar, man. Morocco clearly turning on the style now. Let's see. Hakimi again with the corner, cleared by De Jong, recycled by Budai, or Buadi rather. Hakimi back to Mazraoui. Mazraoui coming forward. Mazraoui is Saibari. Saibari El Nawi. This is Riyadh. Nice pass. Loses out. Hakimi loses out. Catalans trying to force the issue, but Morocco win it back. It's picked up by Nawi. El Canus. Brahim Díaz needs to get more and more involved in the game. Nai. Crossed into the box, looking for Saibari, overhit. Was gonna trick over to the other side. Yeah, best spell of the game for Morocco or for either side. Anyway, we are at the hydration break, so both teams just of course, as we've kept on saying, the hydration break is just another commercial break because we are in the. This is how you know we are in the US, guys. We are in the US. We're gonna have hydration breaks. Naturally, it's become a football is now becoming a game of quarters. Eh? First quarter is done. We're about to start the second quarter, third quarter in the second half, and fourth quarter. So how will you know that we are in the US unless we tell you that we have hydration breaks? This is the fourth game of the round of 32 fixtures. Still have 12 more games to go. Because, of course, round of 32 means that you've got 32 teams playing in 16 games. So, got some interesting games coming up later on at night. We're going to have Ivory Coast versus Norway. It's a very good game as well. And then, of course, midnight, going to have France versus Sweden. And then Mexico versus Ecuador. And then tomorrow, we're going to have England versus DR Congo, Belgium versus Senegal, USA versus Bosnia, Spain versus Austria, Portugal versus Canada, Switzerland versus Algeria, then of course Austria versus Egypt, Argentina, Cape Verde, Colombia versus Ghana. So that's gonna be the last game of the round of 32, Colombia versus Ghana. So we're gonna be here to cover as many games as we can. Give me a second, guys. Let me come back. Give me a second. I'll be right back, guys. Yep, we're also done with our small hydration break. We are back. Yes, the game has already resumed. Yes, Buadi. To Hakimi on the far side. Diop, Riyad, and Morocco have actually. Seems like they're now settling to the game. They're happy now to go forward because it took them a bit of time to settle. But after the 16th, 17th minute, you can clearly see they start to move the ball a whole lot quicker. Yeah, at least their confidence is now oozing through their team. Van Heck with the header, clearly taken out by Unai. Come on, Van Heck. Unless that guy hit you while you're on the ground, come on. There's no need for all those theatrics, man. Sometimes these footballers, man. As I've always said, many of these footballers can actually get a very wonderful acting gig, eh? Let's see. Van Heck, the header, and Lawi. Did he actually hit him on the ground? Okay, let's see. Okay, it wasn't really intentional because his back was towards the ball. Okay, it wasn't really a high elbow, it was a very, very low elbow. So I think apparently after all that writing on the ground for Van Heck, he's already back on his feet. So I've always said these guys actually can get a side gig as an actor. They should actually get some acting gigs because clearly the acting skills need to be put to the test because they are clearly always on display on the pitch. Why can they do the same in front of a camera on a set? I'm thinking because this is real life, but a movie it's just a script. So Van der Ven almost wins the ball back, kicked forward. Unai picks it up. This is El Canus. Unai, nice pass to El Canus into the box. Brahim Díaz just too ahead for him, man. Nice pass, man. Yeah, the Dutch clearly seem to have lost their mojo in the past 10, 15 minutes. Because it's been all Morocco. I think for the Dutch, yeah, should actually get Gakpo and Somerville more on the ball. Because those two are clearly not getting the ball. Brobbey is only feeding off scraps out there. He's only getting balls into, not into feet, but more or less into. He's not really contesting for anything out there. So they need to get him more and more involved, man. And I think the fullbacks, the wingbacks for the Dutch need to also get on the ball more often. Dumfries and Van der Ven, they're not really venturing forward. So they need to do that because clearly this Dutch team needs to support its forwards. That's why sometimes I'm like, rather than play actually a back five, sometimes just force the issue and play a back four, just play a typical 4-3-3 or 4-2-3-1. Because at some point, if the Dutch were to concede first, and then it stays like this up until the second half, I do expect there to be, what's the word? Them to actually sacrifice one of the central defenders and actually put on an extra midfield or even an attacker. And rather than actually do that, why can't you just begin with that kind of game plan from the start? Ah, dear, where are you from? My brother or my sister, I am from Kenya. I am from Kenya. Yes, I reside in Nairobi, Kenya. I am Kenyan. I am Kenyan. For because from your name, I can't really tell which nationality this is. But maybe you can also introduce yourself and let us know where it is you are from as well. But anyway, thank you for also taking your time to be part of this watch along. This Saibari into the box. Control the ball, man. And of course, you have to foul Somerville in there. Sky, man. Sometimes you guys need to use this. When you get into a decent position, don't just overrun the ball. And then you just get the other team out of jail by fouling the guy. Come on, man. It was a good opportunity. Africans are good people. Yeah, true. I assume that maybe you also are not African. Maybe you live in the South America or maybe Europe. But you can let us know. Please also let us know where it is you are watching from. Anyway, guys, make sure that you're already subscribed to the channel. If you are watching this stream and you have not yet subscribed to the channel, please do me that awesome favor. Like the video, subscribe to the channel as well. Support the channel, of course, help us get past the minimum threshold of 1,000 subs. It is road to 1,000 subs so that we can unlock memberships for the channel. So if you're watching this stream and you've not yet subscribed, please do me that awesome favor. Smash the like button and subscribe to the channel as well. Yeah, Africa, yes. I'm from Germany. Oh, wow. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for what happened earlier, man. I had some high hopes for your team, man. Honestly, I had very, very high hopes for your German side. They seem to have a very good team. Yeah, because they clearly dominated that game from start to finish. But unfortunately, if you do not take your chances, man, penalties, man, penalties sometimes always favors the the underdogs. Because if you do not have people in the rough who actually, if you do not have your players on the pitch taking their chances, then you realize that once it goes to penalties, it's anybody's game. And the other thing that, honestly, this is just my one personal opinion. I saw Jonathan Tah was the one taking the fifth penalty, and I don't know why that happens. Why do managers always entrust centre backs to take crucial penalties like number 4 or number 5? Remember what happened in the Champions League final between PSG and Arsenal? Clearly, Gabriel's hoofed his shot over the bar, and so did Jonathan Tah. So for me, I'll always keep saying this. Centre backs, please, they should not be out there taking penalties. Centre backs, the best thing that you can do, let them maybe take the 7th or 8th penalty, but you don't really need to rely on them when they're taking penalties. Don't let them take crucial penalties, guys. Managers, please, can't you just understand that aspect? Because centre backs are not very good when it comes to striking the ball, especially from the penalty spot, because they are used to clearing the ball. So chances are they're going to always hoof the ball over the bar. But if you actually actually allow your midfielders or your fullbacks, in fact, fullbacks are very good penalty takers. If you actually allow your fullbacks to actually take the penalties, you realize that stand a way better chance, because Tah's miss was very, very crucial, because after Tah's miss, could clearly see that it was now up to Paraguay to score the winning penalty. So, and to me, that was the issue. Yeah, Voltemade also missed his penalty. Kai Havertz, very poor penalty as well. So, I don't know what was up with Germany. Honestly, I do not know what was up with them. Maybe they had not really practiced penalties. Maybe they never thought that they're going to get to penalties. Anyway, guys, this is Somerville. Somerville unable to get past from Germany, but have Bosnian roots. Oh, Bosnia. So at least you've got let's watch this fast. Dumfries unable to find Gakpo. Nice interception from Hakimi, but you've overrun the ball. Yeah, so Bosnia. Oh, nice. So Bosnia and Herzegovina. So basically, is it Herzegovina? Yes, Herzegovina. It's the capital city of Bosnia. What's the capital city of Bosnia? Is it Sarajevo? I think. I think it should be Sarajevo. Yeah, so I think you've got two allegiances in this tournament. At least you've got one more country, Bosnia. But of course, Bosnia coming up against the US is gonna be a very, very tricky game for them. Very, very tricky game. But anyway, I know, of course, your main team was Germany. Okay, they're appealing for a penalty. Did he actually? Oh no, he didn't touch it. Would I? Yeah. Ball just shaved his wrists like this. Come on. Don't, she don't give a penalty for that. Come on, guys. Anyway, thank you. Yes, no penalty. Yeah, 'cause that would have been a very, very dubious decision. Come on. Anyway, I hope that Mr. Atheismas, you do enjoy the game and also the watch along. Let's hope that your team will come back stronger maybe in the coming Euros. Into the box, cleared by Hakimi, picked up by Budai, Brobbey, nice. This is De Jong, Dumfries, unable to get past Mazraoui, forces a corner. It's gonna be a corner to the Dutch. I don't know. This game somehow feels like it might actually go to extra time. Because these two teams, it seems that they're gonna cancel each other out. Unless maybe the Dutch choose to become more and more ambitious in the second half. Maybe take off Ake and bring on maybe Reinders. There's another midfielder they can actually bring on. See other midfielder that they have out there. Let me see lineups. Reinders, Danny Marlin, Memphis Depay, Crumpiers into the box. Header from was that Dumfries? Yep. Ball is out for another corner. Yeah, so I think eventually the Dutch need to consider changing the tactics in this game. So I don't know why they are playing with a back three. Are they that really scared of Morocco? It's not really France or Argentina. It's just Morocco. I'm not saying that Morocco are an easy team, but they can actually go toe to toe. Play a 4-3-3, but I think the game is gonna be more expansive. It's actually 4-3-3 being played by both teams. Into the box. Ball eluded Van Dijk, recycled by Dumfries. This is De Jong. De Jong. Come on, put it back into the box, man. Don't go back to the goalkeeper. I saw that attack has just gotten away from Netherlands, but it seems like it's a head injury for Van Heck. Blood is actually running down his face. Ouch. Hope he's okay. Honestly, hope he is okay. Anyway, guys, during this break in play, you can maybe take your time to like the video and subscribe to the channel. If you have not already done so, make sure you smash a like on the video and also subscribe to it. Yes, be part of the Vinskey Valor football community, watch along community, where we do dissect games in real time. So, guys, make sure that you already liked the video and already subscribed to the channel. Yes, just yeah. So Van Heck is getting some treatment. Yeah, sorry guys for that. I seem to have developed something called a running nose. I don't know why, but it's quite early out here in Kenya, Nairobi. It's actually 20 minutes to 5 a.m. So the game is actually very, very early in the morning over here. But of course, in the US, the game is around, to actually subtract 7 hours, it's around 10:30, 11 at night. So it's quite late over there, while on our side, it's quite early. Van Neck is back on his feet. Seems like he's gotten some good treatment, and seems that the blood is no longer coming out from his head. So I think he's gonna be okay. I think he is gonna be okay. Yeah, I think Ronald Koeman needs to be more and more braver, man. Cause come on, Ake has been in the team, and I don't really see the need for playing Ake, actually playing in the back three. Because I think they can just switch to a back four. Van Dijk, Van Hecker, Dumfries, and Van der Ven. Then maybe just bring on an extra midfielder, either Reinders or Krumpians, so at least they can think get more control in midfield because Gravenbach and De Jong. Gravenbach just looks like he's an isolated figure out there. Don't really see his can't say his importance, but his impact in the game. So maybe that's why they need to bring an extra midfielder. Because I think if they do that, they can actually go up an extra gear. They can go up an extra gear. Anyway, guys, make sure that you are liked. Like you have already liked the video and you also subscribe to the channel. If you are watching this stream and you have not yet subscribed to the channel, please do me that awesome favor. Smash that like button and of course subscribe to the channel as well. Yes, help us get past the minimum threshold over 1,000 subs so that we can unlock memberships for the channel. And of course, like I said, the subscription is completely free. I do not charge you for any membership or any subscription. Yeah, so just please make sure that you are subscribed to the channel if you have not already done so. And the best play of the game has been that Moroccan flurry of chances, Hakimi with a shot, and also Riyad with the head off the corner. Other than that, I haven't really seen much in this game. Can't really say Bono has been tested by the Dutch who forwards because Gakpo and Somerville, there have been isolated figures out there. And I don't think Van der Ven is bombing forward consistently enough for there to be a threat down the left and also Dumfries. So actually, the Dutch need to change things up. They clearly need to change things up at all. ASAP, they need not at all, but they need to change things up. ASAP, they need to change things up very, very fast. Nice pass, Somerville. Seems like that's the only game plan for Dutch. That's like the second or third time Somerville has been overlapping. Dumfries, well defended by Mazraoui, cleared by El Kanous. Saibari with the header, picked up by Gakpo. Somerville. This is Van der Ven. Shoot, Van der Ven. Shot. Oh, what a save. Thank you, Van der Ven. He's got that in his locker. Thank you. Hey, what a shot, man. Top save from Bono, man. Ball came at him very fast. Bono had to tip it over the bar. I think that if that ball was to either corner, it would have been a goal. Because this Van der Ven fella, trust me, he got an awesome left foot on him, man. And also a very, very wonderful shot. I think that has to be the Dutch's first shot on target, coming in the 43rd minute. Yeah, both teams have been reduced to long range shooting because they're clearly denying each other spaces in behind and also in the box. So let's see what the Dutch can do from this corner. Let's see what the Dutch can do. Riyad is on the ground. Okay, guys, come on, come on. Let's get on with it, man. Gakpo in the corner. Punched away by Bono, but it's being fouled by Brobbey. That's going to be a free kick to Morocco. It seems nowadays many teams are now doing this dark arts thing, So they clearly learned it from Arsenal. Arsenal are the perfecters of this dark arts. Arsenal and Atletico Madrid. So it seems that nowadays everything that's actually having a set piece, they're more or less doing this dark arts thing where they crowd the goalkeeper and ensure that they deny a lot of space for the goalkeeper to actually come out and punch the ball. Anyway, guys, almost into stoppage time. So please make sure that you are liked you have liked the video and have also subscribed to the channel. If you are watching this stream and you have not yet subscribed to the channel, please do me that awesome favor, guys, of liking the video and subscribing to the channel. For those that have already subscribed, thank you so much for the support. As always, God bless you guys richly. So, if you are watching this and you have not yet subscribed, please, guys, do me that awesome favor. Doesn't cost you much. It's completely free of charge. Hit that subscribe button and also turn on the notification bell so that we can be notified whenever we do go live. We're going to cover as many World Cup games as we can. So, yes, we can always meet up on this watch along and also discuss matters relating to football and also the game in general. So, if you have not yet subscribed, please do me that awesome favor. Subscribe to the channel and also turn on the notification bell. This is Riyadh back to Mazraoui. They're gonna have 6 minutes of added time. 6 minutes of added time. Nawi, Mazraoui, Riyadh into Issa Diop. Issa Diop back to Riyadh. See, maybe both teams are content with going to the break 0-0. Huh? Brahim Díaz really needs to get more and more involved in the game. Huh? So it seems like today is it's been a passenger out there. Is Buadi coming forward? Hakimi cuts inside, tackled by Gakpo. This guy Saibari rather. Control the ball, my friend. Control the ball. The ball came to him quite fast. He was unable to control the ball. Cody Gakpo gave away the ball, man. He dispossessed Hakimi, but rather Saibari was unable to control that ball, and he was in a good position. Anyway, Bruggen chooses to go long, looking for Gakpo on the far side. It's picked up by De Jong, now with Ake. De Jong, nice touch from De Jong, able to get away from Unawi. Gravenberch loses out. Van Heck, yeah, clearly wins the ball. It's picked up by Canuso over the bar. It was actually Unawi over the bar, man. Yeah. Nice challenge from Van Heck. El Canuso overran the ball. Nice tackle from Van Heck, man. Saibari was able to shoot the ball away from Ake. The ball was picked up by Unawi. Unawi unleashes a very venomous shot just slightly over the bar. The idea, though. Yeah, both teams clearly been reduced to relying on set pieces and also long range shooting, yeah, because the other team has been able to get to the byline and actually create chances off either wing. That's why right now both teams actually the best chances have come from set piece opportunities or even long range shooting. So maybe that's gonna change in the second half. This is Brahim Díaz, picked up by Budai, or rather Buadi, rather I don't know how I call him Budai. Hakimi, was he fouled out there? Yep. Hakimi was fouled. There's gonna be a free kick to Morocco. Yeah. Anyway, guys. Yes, thank you so much for those that have already subscribed. As always, God bless you guys richly. Thank you so much for the support. Never ever think that we take your support for granted. And thank you so much for subscribing to the channel and being part of the Vinskey Valor Watch Along community. Van der Ven, I don't know why that was what we call an unnecessary foul. Clearly did not need to foul Hakimi there because Hakimi was not really going anywhere. Another set piece opportunity for Morocco. And from what we've seen, this team is actually a serious threat from set pieces. They got some quite tall figures out there. Anyway, let's see what they're gonna do. Hakimi cross into the box. Oh! Ah, yeah, yeah. Ball eluded everybody. Saibari, man. What's wrong with you, man? Why are you missing the ball? Ah, big chance comes and goes for Morocco. Ah, yeah, yeah. I told you, this Moroccan team is a threat from these set pieces, man. Ball just eluded his thigh, man. Ah, best chance of the game, honestly. That is the best chance of the game. I hope he does not come back to rue that missed chance. Oh my goodness. Whenever I see teams do that, you begin to fear for them. Because all it takes is one Dutch move and that's it. This is down freeze! Ah. That should be halftime. Should be halftime, man. Eish. Clearly, it's a very, very tight game. This is a very tight game. The Bruggen being the busy of the two keepers, only with those two saves earlier on before the hydration break. Then, of course, Bono had to also get involved, had to tip that Van der Ven shot over the bar. So, clearly, can clearly see that this game, both these two teams, like I said, they're going to go at each other. It's not really been cagey. It's just that both teams have taken their first half to maybe study and see what they can actually change. But I think the game will actually be way, way more open if Ronald Koeman, the Dutch manager, would actually just change things a little bit, just have a tweak in formation, maybe take off Ake, bring on maybe a midfielder, so that you can have more and more control in midfield. Because I don't think the Dutch have got good control in midfield because De Jong and Gravenberch are being outnumbered in midfield by Buadi, who's this other guy? El Nawi and also Unai. So, and I think if they do not address that, they might actually get turned over again. Because remember that El Saibari chance that he was unable to control actually came off turnover, where Gravenberch was dispossessed in the middle of the pitch. And because De Jong had already moved into an attacking position, so he just had a run at the defense. That's why I think if they actually brought on more midfielders, maybe just take off Ake and bring on maybe Reinders of Krumpias, just get somebody to actually keep the ball, they can actually have better balance. Because even if they lose the ball out there, or actually that close, actually close to their half, they might actually be having one covering defender. It's what we call a not defender but a midfielder. It's what we call a rest defense. Because their rest defense currently is just Van Dijk, Van Heck, and also this guy called Ake. And you see those three actually play in a line. None of them is ahead of the other. So whenever now the ball is lost in midfield, one of them of course has to step into midfield and go and engage the attacker. And of course now that creates space for the area that they just vacated. So that's why I think they really need to change their formation. Honestly, that's what I'd do. I'd actually bring on a midfielder and just become more and more expansive. Because of course, Dumfries and Van der Ven can clearly get up and down that on either flanks because they are good. Right now they're playing as wing backs, but they can even play as fullbacks. So that is what they need to do. And of course, maybe also who else can they bring on? Quincy Timber, okay, Reinders. Okay, basically, I wouldn't bring on Reinders. I'll actually bring on this Krumpias fella. This Krumpias fella, that's the guy I'd bring on because Reinders is also the other guy who also vacates the midfield. He just likes to go forward, but you don't really know what his best position is. You don't know whether he's a 10, he's an 8 or a 6. So, because the Dutch clearly need more players who can actually keep the ball and actually bring on this teen Krumpians. Because he's called Krupp Miners. Yes, Krupp Miners. Yes, I know I butchered that name. And then, of course, allow now De Jong to dictate play from as a 6. Then of course you can even give Gravenberch the license even to play as even as a traditional 10 or even a box to box midfielder. Then of course Krumpiers can also support them. So that's what I do because so far their tactic is not working. Clearly, their tactic is not working because that midfield area they are clearly being overrun by Morocco. Let me see whether I can have a look at the halftime stats. Excuse me, get some water. Yeah. Possession is pretty much 50-50. That is how you know the game is in the balance. 50-50. In fact, I don't remember the last time I saw a game where the possession is actually equal at 50-50. It's always maybe 52 to 48, 51, 49, but 50-50 shows you that there's clearly nothing to separate both teams. Let me see whether we can actually have a look at those stats. Just set this up. Give me a second, guys. Give me a second. Yeah, so there you go. So basically, you can clearly see possession is deadlocked at 50-50. Yeah, both teams clearly. Yeah, they've also had spells in keeping the ball. Can't really say either team has been dominant. But like I said, the midfield area for the Dutch seems to be a bit of weakness in there because those two coming up against the three of Morocco in Buadi, Unai, and also Al Hawi, seems that they're going to have a difficult time out there. They're really struggling to create any clear cut chances. That's why they've been reduced to long range shooting. But that was only the only chance that the Dutch had in that first half. Van der Ven shot. So you can clearly see 3 shots for the Dutch, zero on target. No, there is one on target. Of course, the Van der Ven shot was actually on target. So I don't know why they haven't registered it as a shot on target. But anyway, for Morocco, clearly these 2 shots on target. Yeah, the header from Riyadh and also the shot from Hakimi was actually parried over the bar, tipped wide by Verbruggen. And of course, touching can clearly see it. Look at this. This is how you know these two teams are very much equal. Look at this. Touches in the opposition box, 9 apiece. Wow. Big chances, yes. Those are 2 big chances for Morocco. Actually, the Saibari chance and also the Riyadh header. Those are 2 big chances. As you can clearly see, passes 184 to 195. My friend, you don't need more evidence to show you that this game is clearly in the balance because these two teams have clearly ah nothing to separate them, man. Anyway, as far as expected goals are concerned, you can clearly see that, yeah, of course, Morocco have the better XG because of those 2 chances that big chances that they got. Yeah, this one is of course of the Van der Ven chance. Yeah. So yeah, no team has hit the woodwork, block shots. So let's look at the passes are also a very important metric. Passes, yeah, 215 to 219, very, very close again. Own half, 108 to 112. Opposition half, 76 to 83. There you go. Very, very much balanced. Very, very much balanced. And of course, in terms of long balls, yeah, the Dutch clearly shaving it because they have also played some wonderful balls into Somerville in behind. But it's just that he's been unable to control the ball and actually just finish the dinner. Yeah. So, yeah, can clearly see that these two teams, very, very much balanced. As far as duels are concerned, 13 to 18, 9 to 15, aerial duels won, 4 to 3, successful dribbles, none for the Dutch, one for Morocco. As far as the benches are concerned, can clearly see benches for Dutch. You've got Flecken, Roofs, Hato, Gertruida, Waifa, Kluivert, De Roon, Quincy Timber, Tino, Krumpinas, Reinders, Danny Malen, Till rather, Depay, Lang, and of course Weghorst. As for Morocco, got Ahmed, Munir, Anas, Sadare, Halhat, Youssef, Zakaria, Samir, Amrabat, Sabri, El Kabi, Ayube, Taibi, Yassani, and of course Rahimi. So anyway, for Morocco, I think they're just gonna keep it as it is because clearly, um, they're not really being overrun by the Dutch. But for Dutch, this is the guy that actually take off. Take off Ake, bring on this guy right here. Team Krumpimnas. This group miners. Yes, that's the guy that actually bring on group miners, because actually can actually keep the ball and actually assist De Jong out here in the middle. Because you can clearly, like I told you, Gravenberch has not been in the game. I can clearly see here his player rating at halftime is 6.1. Clearly not in the game. So is Gakpo and also Somerville. So clearly, the guys for the Dutch who've got a better rating are actually the defensive players, because they're the ones I think been keeping most of the ball. So the Dutch need to get more control, especially in the midfield. So take off Ake, bring on Coop Miners. Of course, Coop Miners is gonna at least help them keep the ball a whole lot better. And of course, I'd honestly not bring on Reinders, because Reinders clearly another waste out there, because Reinders is not really a ball progressor. He's not really somebody who keeps the ball, who can actually help the team advance the ball forward. He's more of the midfielder who actually waits for others to create around him, and then he just relies on what the others are gonna give him. So that's the guy that's not the guy that'll actually bring on to this game. Because you bring on that guy, especially now when you're chasing the game. If you are chasing the game, maybe you can bring him on. But now you need to get more control in the game, and of course maybe see whether you can get one or two chances. That's Coop Miners is the guy that they actually bring on. Anyway, for Morocco, I don't think they need to change much. I think their shape is okay. At least Hakimi is doing his business, trying to attack as much as he can. I think their biggest issue is that Brahim Díaz has not been in the game at all. I haven't really seen him from an attacking threat in this game. In fact, I think he needs maybe to come deep and maybe collect the ball. So it seems like he's playing, casting an isolated figure out there. So he clearly needs to get more and more involved in the game. So far, he's not involved at all. Saibari, would you take him off? Honestly, I'd take him off. I'd actually bring on this guy. El Kabi, Ayub El Kabi. This El Kabi is actually a good striker as well. Was it the guy who actually scored in. Wait. Saibari was the guy who scored against Brazil. Was it him? I think it was him. I think it was Saibari. Let me look at his player profile. Yeah, actually the one who scored against Brazil. Actually, he scored 3 goals. Oh, wow. So he's their top scorer. That today he hasn't had his shooting boots at all. Like, I remember in the game against Haiti, he actually scored a goal as well. It was a very good game for Morocco. Had to come from behind to actually get past Haiti. Because Haiti is not a team that you can clearly say that are world beaters. But sometimes when these teams play in a low block, sometimes you might wonder what's going to happen. No, leave Saibari, their bench isn't that good. Okay, I get you. Yeah, that's what I just yeah, just looked at right now. Yes, clearly their bench is not that good because yeah, El Kabi really done the business. But sometimes I also think that Saibari can actually do a whole lot better if he just worked on his finishing. His finishing and fast touch not really the best, because you see, when the game was easily poised against Brazil, of course the goal that he scored. Was course it was actually off a counter where he got ahead of the defender, or the keeper rather, and just nicked the ball past him. So if you're gonna play against a team that has a serious high line like Brazil, then maybe you're gonna get space in behind. But at the same time, you also need to know how to mix it up now when you're playing against teams that actually might play the low block. And of course, this particular, you know that the Dutch are playing in a seriously low block, but of course having 3 defenders out there, because Haiti I don't think played with 3 defenders at the back. The back five, they actually played the back four. and so did actually Scotland, the ones that actually played the back five. So I think if he just got more and he actually worked a little bit more on his first touch and finishing, he can be a very, very good striker. Very, very good striker. But anyway, let's see what's going to happen in the second half. Yes, both teams have made their way onto the pitch. Are there any changes from other side? I don't think so. But honestly, the Dutch need to change things up. They honestly need to change things up ASAP. They need to. It's not a natural nine, but the jury is still out for Diaz. Facts. You're right. Diaz hasn't affected the game much from an attacking perspective. Yeah, true. Yeah, Diaz, man, clearly needs to get more and more involved. Maybe he can have a maybe switch positions with maybe Unai. Maybe Unai can go over to the right, then he can bring over Diaz to the 10 position so that he can influence the game more. Because so far, and I'm surprised that he hasn't been able to influence the game more in this. He hasn't been able to influence the game more because he's actually playing on that side. And trust me, he can actually take on Ake. Ake is not really a bad defender, but at the same time, you can clearly say that maybe his best days are behind him now. So honestly, Brahim Diaz needs to now start dictating play. He can't just sit out there and await for ball to come to him. He needs to come deep and also collect the ball and try and dictate. Because I think he's just been sitting on that right hand side, hoping that the ball is gonna get to him. Because he can actually tuck inside and actually now create the space for Hakimi to actually overlap down that right hand side. It's something that Hakimi does so well. Yeah, because it seems like the shape is still the same. Yeah, Brahim Diaz is still playing from the actually down the right. Anyway, let's see what's gonna happen in the second half. That's why I said I will not be surprised if this game goes into extra time or eventual penalties. Because if they continue to cancel each other out, then penalties is the only thing that's gonna separate them. But come on, I think the Dutch can do so much if they just become a little bit more brave. I don't know why they're so scared of the attacking intent of Morocco. Because clearly you can see whenever the Dutch are building up from the back, De Jong is the one who's tasked with actually creating for them. And unfortunately, Gravenbach is always going forward and he's not really supporting De Jong. And as a result, more or less looks like their midfield is wide open. Because now if the De Jong picks up the ball and then it's turned over, maybe it's closed down by Unawi or maybe Buadi. Just like that, the game might get away from them. But it might actually be a 3-on-3. Foul on Brobbey. Issa Diop, that's the first yellow card for Moroccan player. Is it? Is that the first yellow card? I think it is. Yeah, apologies for that, guys. Yeah, certainly suffering from a slight running nose. I think it's quite cold wherever I am. So it's actually 5 a.m. in the morning, so it's quite cold. Sometimes you might develop a few sniffles. Anyway, Freaky comes to naught for the Dutch. Man, come on, Dutch. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Honestly, they're the ones who need to go and actually play more expansive because it's gonna honestly trust me, if they do play with a back four, the game is gonna be more open. There you go. Unai on the far side. Brahim Diaz, wonderful dummy. What? Jesus, man. I told you, this guy is not known for his attacking threat, man. Well, he's still a young player. He's only, I think, 19 years of age. He's what you call a wonder kid. He's the one who's keeping Amrabat on the bench. Remember, Amrabat was clearly the starting midfielder at at the AFCON earlier in the year. So still struggle to see his game. Honestly, don't know whether he's honestly still struggle to understand his game. I don't know whether he's a 6, he's an 8, he's a ball winning midfielder. I don't know whether he's a deep lying playmaker. Honestly, we need to study him more. But at least Amrabat, you can honestly say Amrabat was more of a ball winning midfielder and also a very good central defensive midfielder. But this Buadi rather, honestly, yeah, I really struggle to understand his best position. But anyway, it's just me. Maybe you guys know his best position. Maybe you can educate me. And it is fine, man. Because nobody has a monopoly of information. Where's Brahim Díaz, man? Brahim Díaz, what the heck is going on? You're trying to get spaces in behind, huh? How has he been so ineffective today? And the way the Dutch midfield is, I don't want to say wide open, but it can be gotten at. Or they can be got at. Because clearly, Gravenberch and De Jong are not really known for their defensive work. There you go, Brahim Diaz finally getting the ball in attacking third position. I think that's the first time he's gotten the ball in the in this game. Nice dummy, Brahim Diaz. Thank you, Brahim Diaz. That is what you should be doing more often. Thank you. You at least listen to us, man. He's now beginning to becoming more and more involved in the game. This is actually a good thing. Please keep doing that. Keep doing that. El Canus. Back to Unai. Unai. Unai cuts inside into Hakimi. Yeah, all Dutch players are behind the ball. Riyad into Mazraoui. Is Saibari. Is El Canus. Nice. To Brahim Diaz. Yep. Seems like Brahim Diaz has been told to get more and more involved in the game. This is actually what he's doing. Picked up by Brobbey. Loses out. Turned over. Unai. Unai coming forward. Unai. Hakimi! Hits the post, man! Oh my goodness. Wonderful run from Hakimi. Eesh. What a shot, man, from Hakimi. He was onside. He was onside. Don't know why Saibari was appealing for actually protesting to Hakimi to pass the ball to him. Hakimi did not get his head up to see where Saibari was. Just decided to unleash that venomous shot. Hey, clearly Morocco knocking on the door now. And I will not. Oh yeah, this game is being played in Mexico, in Monterrey. Yeah, Monterrey is in Mexico. I don't know why I kept on saying the US. But anyway, you get the picture, same time zone. For me, I think as always happened in many of games so far, I think the Dutch are gonna wake up. Or maybe they're gonna change formation as soon as Morocco score. If Morocco, trust me, were to score, you'd see honestly Ake being taken off. And the Dutch are gonna be more and more expansive. This Gakpo loses out. Hakimi loses out to Somerville. Somerville, was he fouled? No, he wasn't. Thank you, referee. Then Van der Ven fouls Buadi. It's going to be a free kick to Morocco. It happened to Somerville. Yeah, clearly nice. Nice spot from the referee. Honestly, for me, the officiating at this tournament has been top notch. But these referees have clearly been told, you know what, we know players are gonna do it. Oh, I just hope that all the referees in the other leagues, especially the Premier League, can borrow a leaf and a page from the referees at this World Cup. So the officiating has been so good. Because the Premier League, you see so many challenges being blown for fouls, and you're like, it was never a foul in the first place. So just a 50-50 chance. Yeah, 50-50 contest. Then one comes out negatively, referee has already blown the whistle. Somerville plays it to Gakpo. Gakpo coming forward. Yeah, overhit the cross, unable to find Brobbey. Just like that. Dutch, man. Is he doing? You know, that's the other thing. See, if you actually have three central midfielders out there, Gakpo would have had a passing option in the middle. Hakimi with another run. Hakimi! What a tackle from Van der Ven. Hey, hey, Van der Ven. Wonderful goal saving tackle, man. Just when Hakimi is about to pull the trigger, oh, Van der Ven flew in with a tackle, man. This is Brobbey. Brobbey was in an offside position. Eh. So now it seems like Hakimi is making the runs that Brahim Díaz should be making. I told you, Hakimi, down that right hand side, all over the top. It's the second time that he's actually made that run and he's been found by, was that El Anui? So it's clearly something that is working, eh? Should actually keep it up. Because the Dutch clearly not utilizing their threat in any way. In fact, they have not even had a threat in this game at all. Other than the Van der Ven chance in the first half, the long range shot, haven't had anything else. Morocco hit the post, produced two wonderful saves from Verbruggen. Nice touch from Brahim Díaz. Brahim Díaz overran the ball. This is Saibari on the far side. This is Mazraoui, Brahim Díaz. Brahim Díaz is now drifting from one side of the field to the other, which is actually good. Now he's actually coming to the ball rather than waiting for the ball to come to him. Hakimi was able to get the jump on Van der Ven, but Van der Ven is also quick, so at least Van der Ven was able to close down the gap. Is El Nawi switches the flanks, or rather Unawi switches the flanks to El Canus. El Canus. El Canus into the box. Ake clears the header. Picked up by De Jong. Turns it over into El Canus. El Canus shot. Easy catch for Verbruggen. Come on, man. It seems like Morocco are the ones who are just interested in winning this game now. It's like the Dutch are like, no, what? Uh, we've got no problem if this game continues to go on like this. I assure you. If this game goes into, if Morocco score first I think I'm just gonna call the game. If Morocco do score fast, I think the game is over. This is Gakpo. Gakpo cuts inside. Gakpo crosses into the box. It's cleared by Mazraoui. Picked up by Dumfries. Shot is blocked. Is El Kanous turned over. Picked up by Dumfries again. Dumfries into Van Heck. Back to Gravenbach. Overrun the ball. Ball is out of play. Man. Let's clean this second, guys. All on Saibari. It's gonna be a free kick to Morocco. The Dutch clearly, honestly, they need to wake up. This second half performance from the Dutch has been wayward. It's been non-existent. I don't want to say it's been all Morocco, but Morocco have by far created the best opportunities. Hakimi, the runs in behind, while the Dutch still struggling to even master a single effort on target in this second half. Brahim Díaz, but at least Brahim Díaz is now getting more and more involved in the game. At least we're even mentioning his name. In the first half, we did not even mention his name, man. I don't think we did. I honestly do not think we mentioned his name. Now, these ones are clean. Thank you. Issa Diop, Buadi, Hakimi, is Riyad, Azraoui. Nice touch from El Kabi. Sorry, Saibari. What do I call? Saibari into the box. Saibari. Yeah. Able to force a corner. Nice run from Saibari, man. Yeah, Morocco clearly want it now. They clearly want it now. The attacking intent has clearly improved in this second half. Saibari able to easily get away from Van Heck. Saibari with a cross into the box was easily cleared by Van Dijk. Let's see what Morocco are gonna do from this corner to be taken by Hakimi. Hakimi to the box. Oh, save! Ah, yeah, 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 yeah. Maybe it's only a matter of time now. Maybe it is only a matter of time before actually Morocco score. And of course, that's when you'll see the Dutch now operating with a little bit more urgency. They'll be like, guys, we have conceded. We need to equalize. We are going out. We are going out. Well, that intensity before they conceded. Into the box. It's been cleared again. It's out for another corner. And for me, I've always said, yeah, many managers are so reactionary. Yeah? They're not really proactive. They're so reactionary. So the Dutch will wait for Morocco to score, and that's when you'll see the wholesome changes. You will see the tactical tweaks, and you also see the intensity go up for them. Hakimi cleared a third corner for Morocco. Come on, Hakimi. You need to actually put in more elevation in that cross, eh? Or maybe try something different anyway. Let's see. Let's see what Morocco are gonna do. Come on. Just lift it over that near post. Thank you. But you overhit it, man. Come on, Hakimi. And it's a goal kick. It is a goal kick. Yeah, Hakimi from that first corner clearly could see the idea. Verbruggen had to save the ball using his knees. So that ball was clearly creeping in. Ake, Van der Ven, shot for a throw in. Man, The Dutch, man. The Dutch, the Dutch, the Dutch. Yeah, it's been all Morocco in the second half. Honestly, Morocco clearly doing their best to actually win this game. Somerville, was he brought down? Nope, he wasn't. Looked like a fair challenge, eh? Looked like a fair challenge, yeah. Yeah, Somerville is a tricky winger, man. You need to be worried with that guy. And I do expect that he's gonna leave West Ham. Remember that he plays for West Ham. West Ham have already been relegated from the Premier League, so I do think that a big club is gonna come for him. In fact, he was the one even holding on to Mazraoui, so that was not a foul. In fact, he's the one who was even bringing down Mazraoui because he was hanging on to his arm. So you never get free kicks for that. Come on, you know that, some of it. Even if the referee would have called it, I think VAR would have overturned it. Bono goes long, looking for El Canus. El Canus, picked up by Van Dijk. This is Verbruggen. The heck is he doing? Okay. Van Heck, Dumfries. Yeah, unable to get away from Lanawi, so it's gonna be a free kick too. The Dutch. See no changes from other side, eh? And I think we're gonna have some changes. I think after the hydration break, eh? Or even during the hydration break. Because Morocco are now clearly knocking on this door. And in fact, if they were to score, you know what? It would be to not be unfair at all. Because the Dutch have just been sitting back. Honestly, expected the Dutch to be a little bit more industrious. Not so expansive, but not cagey. It's like they're scared of this Moroccan team, eh? It's not like they're playing Mbappe or Dembele or Rolise. It's just Morocco, man. No offense to Morocco, but clearly we'll see. Yeah, cause just in the next break of play, I think we're gonna go into the hydration break now, huh? It's almost 20 minutes, over 20 minutes played in the second half. Is Unai, Anawi, is Unai. I think that tactical change has also helped because I see the manager has also kind of enforced what you had actually predicted. Eh? As I said, if Unai actually plays on the right and just bring Brahim Díaz into the middle, it can actually try and affect the game more. Actually, it has resulted in Brahim Díaz getting a little bit more of the ball. Eh? It's actually a good thing because he's clearly their creative threat out there. Is Bono. Bono chooses to go long. He overcooked it. Yeah, there you go. So it's now time for the hydration break. Are we gonna have any changes? We will see. We will see. We will see. Yeah, cause so far, honestly, do we expect Ronald Koeman to make any changes during this hydration break? I don't know. I don't think he's that brave. This is one of the issues that I have with this his Dutch team, eh? Because they were so, I can't say open, but they were so what? What's the word? They were on the front foot in the group stages against Japan. against Sweden, also against Tunisia, could clearly see that they are trying their level best to actually play a very expansive football. Now that they have gotten to the round of 32, it's like their game has kind of deserted them. I don't know whether it's because of the opposition or what, because they managed to beat Tunisia 3-1. They beat Sweden 5-1. It was actually a very efficient performance from them. In fact, I think they had like 7 shots on target and they scored 5 of them. So it's what you call high efficiency. Also, the game against Japan, also a very good game as well. It was a very good game. So I think they clearly need to be a little bit more brave. I don't know what Koeman is thinking. I don't know what he's expecting to happen in this second phase, because clearly second half of the extra time, but clearly he needs to make some changes. And it seems like he's actually making the changes. He's actually pulling the trigger. I think, yeah, Krumpainas is about to come on. Finally, he's bringing him on. Wow. Did you have to wait this long to bring him on? Wow. This is the guy who's coming on. Yes, Krumpainas is the one who's coming on. And so is Veghorst. So I think Brobbey is going to be taken off. And I think they're also going to bring on Krumpainas to replace one of the midfielders. I don't know, maybe it's Gravenbach. But I think they need to take off Ake. Just play the back four. Just play the back four, man. Is Ake the one coming off? We will see. We will see what Ronald Koeman decides. Up miners. Yeah, so Ake has been taken off. Finally, the tactical change has occurred for the Dutch. So Up miners has been brought on to replace Ake. Finally. So it's Ake and Brobbey who are coming off. Yes. Ake is coming off. Thank you. Sometimes we can also be managers, man. We clearly called this thing from halftime. It's taken him all this time to react. Anyway, Ake and Brobbey off to be replaced by Hoop Miners and Veghorst. So Veghorst has come on to replace Brobbey. And Brobbey clearly today is an isolated figure out there. Veghorst, and of course, so that means it's more of a back four for the Dutch. The Somerville! Gakpo! Goal! Cody Gakpo! Look at this! All the Dutch players have run to him. You see what I mean? A slight change of formation. A minute later, they've already taken the lead. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Ah. Cody Gakpo with the goal, man. Gakpo with the goal. Was busy trying to sort out the subs. It was a run in behind, and Cody Gakpo unleashed. It was actually more like Goldman scramble. Somerville with another tangle into another tangle with Mazraoui. Ball fell for Gakpo. Gakpo with a wonderful shot into the back of the net. You see, fact, the first tactical switch of this game, and just like that, it has worked out for the Dutch. Ball was played into Veghorst. Veghorst with a wonderful headed, with the flick on header into the path of Somerville. Somerville was able to sneak in behind, brought down by Mazraoui, but it fell to Gakpo. Gakpo with a wonderful shot into the back of the net. There you go. There you go. You see what happens when you become more and more expansive, when you actually pull the trigger and actually decide to be way more ambitious. Look, Brobbey, the entire game has not done anything. Weghorst, as soon as he's come on, he's already done that. With his first touch, he's already set up Somerville. Somerville in turn sets up Gakpo, and just like that, the Dutch have taken the lead. You see? See what happens when you just become brave and you actually make the subs at the right moment. Anyway, the Dutch are holding their breath. Now Morocco will have to go for it. But it's what we call an unfortunate thing for Morocco because clearly they were by far the better team, created the better chances, and it will be sad to see them exit this tournament at the round of 32. This is gonna be a shock, not really, but Morocco, one of the teams that had actually picked out to reach the semi-final or even the quarter-final, because if they managed to win this game, they'd actually go and play the game against They actually go and play against Canada. And then, of course, if they beat Canada, they're now, of course, gonna meet the winner between France, other Paraguay, and France, Sweden. So they might actually be on the way. Might actually have met France in the quarter-final, as they did meet in the semi-final last year. Sorry, last World Cup. So anyway, sad for them, man. Yeah, Morocco making more changes. Riyadh has been taken off. So Riyadh has been taken out to be replaced by Salah Eddin. So anyway, let's see what Morocco can do. See whether they can come from behind. Weghorst easily dispossessed, picked up by Mazraoui. It seems like Mazraoui is gonna play through the middle, while who's actually playing on the left? Is that Salahidin playing on the left or what? Foul, man, on Hakimi. Is that gonna be a yellow card? No, not gonna be a yellow card. Zunai, Brahim Díaz, Zunai, and now is he do? Why is he bringing flamboyant? Wadi into the box, cleared by Van Heck. Unai is gonna take the corner for Morocco. Yeah, Morocco clearly need to switch things up ASAP, man. They clearly need to turn on the style immediately. But like I said, the goal that they conceded was clearly against a run of play, man. They are clearly by far the better team. It'd be sad for them to actually exit. Salahidin blocked. It's out for a throw in. It actually be very, very sad if they are to exit the competition now. Because, man. El Canus into the box. Oh, Saibari. Was he being fouled by Dumfries? Nope. Just a throw in, man. It's just a throw in. The referee allows play to continue. Nice cross from El Canus. Yeah, there's no foul in there, man. No foul. No foul on the defender or the striker. So the game should just continue. Actually, a throwing on the far side for the Dutch. Hope Dumfries is okay. Oh no. Morocco, man. Morocco making more changes. Yeah, finally Brahim Diaz being taken off, man. Brahim Diaz and Buadi being taken off. Yeah, clearly today they have not had their shooting boots at all. So Brahim Diaz taken off. Then of course Buadi has also been taken off. Yassin. So Yassin has come on to replace Brahim Diaz. Yeah, 10 more minutes for Morocco to turn this game around now. Huh? 10 more minutes for Morocco huh? To find an answer. Because if they don't, then they exit the competition at the round of 32 after having had a very, very wonderful run in 2022 where they made it all the way to the final. Well, the semi-final rather. They actually finished in fourth position. They lost against Croatia in the third place playoff game. Yeah. So honestly, oh no. Yeah, I feel for Morocco, man. Honestly, do feel for them. It seems like the Dutch are the ones who are gonna. I think they're gonna get past Canada. Then it's gonna be now them versus the French. And in that particular case, I think France are gonna make it to the final. I'm just gonna call it, guys. France, I think, are gonna make it. I think potential semi-final because if I'm to look at the knockout bracket, France, I think they have enough quality to get past Sweden, so they'll also beat Paraguay because Paraguay beat Germany earlier in the day. Then the quarterfinal, I do think that if the Dutch make it, they are gonna play against Canada. Then of course the Dutch are gonna win that game. Then of course now quarterfinal, France versus Dutch. I think the French are gonna make it through. And then of course on the other side of the draw, we've got Portugal, Croatia, Spain, Austria. Hey, Portugal, Croatia is a very difficult game to call. That one I do not know. Spain, Austria, I think Spain are gonna go through. USA, Bosnia, USA, Belgium, Senegal, I think Belgium. So maybe Belgium and US in the round of 16. Maybe Spain, Portugal in the round of 16 as well. And I think Spain will have the quality to beat Portugal. So it's gonna be maybe Spain versus Belgium in the quarterfinal, and then maybe Spain versus France in the semi-final. And I think Spain, I don't think they're gonna be able to stop this French team. So I think it's gonna be France in the. I think France are gonna make it to the final. It's like Germany would have been their biggest rivals and threat, but still now the Germans are out. Then they have to. Seems like it's gonna be an easy path into the semi-final for them. This Gakpo, not that the Dutch are an easy team, but based on how the Dutch have played today, I think if they come up against a way better team that has got better final third players, and I think the Dutch are gonna be out because today second half performance is what we call a smash and grab. They just taken the opportunity, just like that. They have taken the lead because clearly Morocco are by far the better team in the second half. They have created the better chances even from the first half. Just that it's been unfortunate for them, man. There are so many African teams that have made it through to the round of 32. Actually, 9 African teams. Already one has already gone home. So Morocco might be another team that is also heading home as well. But of course, Moroccans would argue that they don't really see themselves as an African team. I think they'd say they are more of European than French. Oh, sorry, than African. Anyway, there's a time that also appealed to the African Union to actually be allowed to join the European Union. Somerville. It's gonna be a foul. It's gonna be a free kick. Yeah, Somerville I think handled the ball, so it's gonna be brought back. Yeah, Quincy Timber about to come on for the Dutch. Quincy Timber, the twin of Julian Timber who plays for Arsenal. Can clearly see the resemblance, man. And I actually think, Timber is playing this game. No, he's not. It's his brother, man. Timber was not called up because I think injuries really affected him. I think if Timber comes on, they're gonna take off Gravenberch. Is Dumfries coming forward. Dumfries into the box. Dumfries! Just needed a better final ball, man. And honestly, it would have been game over. Oh, it would have been game over. Oh, nice touch. Nice touch. Saibari. Nice tackle from Van Dijk. Hey, nice tackle, man. But actually, the ball was called for. Was that offside or what? A brilliant defending from Van Dijk. Yeah, he celebrated as if he saved a certain goal. Yeah, so Quincy Timber coming. Actually, the Moroccan changes fast. So Unai has been taken off. So Gravenbach and Van de Van has also been taken off. So Alkabi is one who's been brought on from Morocco. Quincy Timber come on to replace Gravenbach. So it's actually Hato. Hato, who was the guy who plays for Chelsea, is come on to replace Van der Ven. Morocco have also made their changes. Has to be the last roll of the die now for them, huh? Yeah. So two attackers have been brought on, Rahimi and Talbi. Well, Canus has also been taken off. Oh, this is Gakpo! Gakpo! Well covered by Disa Diop. So Unai has also been taken off to be replaced by Rahimi. So this is what we call last roll of the die for Morocco. It's not a typical 4-4-2 system. Two strikers out there, Saibari and Rahimi. And Talbi is also a striker, but more or less an inside forward. Anyway, Coop Miners into the box. It's hoofed clear, man. Was that Timber or Dumfries? Anyway, Man, Morocco ever since they went a goal down, haven't really been able to create anything. Yeah, is Rahimi Saibari? Come on, Saibari, you're wasting your own team's time. Get up, man. You're wasting your own team's time. And then you realize it's just a flimsy challenge, man. Come on. I told you, these guys, if football does not work, they can actually get jobs as actors. Clearly, surely. You know your team is the one that needs the to keep possession. And then very dubious decision, you just go to the ground. That's why the lady is just shaking her head. She's like, this guy is going to the ground and he's forcing us to surrender possession while in an attacking phase of play. Now we have to recycle everything. That's why I keep saying, guys, this mindset, man, decision making. You do all that play acting maybe when you are winning. Yes, you can do that. I'd also allow you to do that, but not when you're losing, not in the 89th minute. You need the ball, especially if your team is the one that has the ball. Come on, you can now be forcing yourself to other you cannot be going to the ground and forcing your team to surrender possession or stopping the play simply because you felt like somebody touched your face. Oh, I need to go down. Let me Maze, I'm hurt, guys. No, come on, get on with it, man. You're wasting your own team's time. Clearly. Anyway, it's fine. Players already resumed. Is Mazraoui. This is Rahmi. Goal! Estadio! 1-1! What a wonderful cross from Talbi! What a wonderful cross, man! Issa rising above everybody to just knock that ball past the goalkeeper. 1-1! 1-1! Thank you. Thank you. Justice is served, man. It would have been super unfair on Morocco, man. Super unfair on them. Issa Diop, man, what a header. Super header from Issa Diop. Thank you. Right on the stroke of stoppage time, man. We're gonna have 6 minutes. What a cross, man. What a cross. What a header, man. I told you this game is going to extra time. I don't know. Somehow I just thought that this game might go to extra time. I don't know. I just had that thought that this game honestly is going to extra time. Thank you. Thank you, Morocco. Thank you. Thank you. Honestly, it would have been super unfair on them to exit the competition like that or for them to lose it like that because clearly they have been by far the better team. The Dutch just capitalized on one attacking moment in the second half and they got a goal and they completely sat back. But Morocco clearly been the far better team in the second half. Clearly they have gotten a reward for their efforts. Good. Good. They've gotten reward for their efforts, man. That's nice. We like it. We like it. We like it when justice is served, man. Issa Diop, the guy who changed the international allegiances just a couple of months ago, he knew that he was not going to make it into the French squad, but he said, you know what, it's okay. I've got Moroccan roots. I'm going to choose to play for them. Morocco, of course, hoping now to turn on the style and, of course, maybe go on and win the game now. Huh? I would not in any way think that they're not going to win it because they can. They are very well able of winning, able to win, or they're well able to win, very much able. What am I trying to say? They're very, very capable. Yeah, that's a word, capable, not able. They are very much capable of winning this game. So, seems like now Ronald Koeman seems like a worried figure out there. Sometimes that's what I've always wondered. Managers, they set up their team in a negative, very negative tactics. And then when they get a lucky goal and then they concede, rightfully so, they begin to think as if, oh man, what's going on? What's going on? I look so worried. What did you expect? Did you actually set up your team to win? No, you didn't. Anyway, let's watch this free kick first before we go on with that line of thought. Coop Miners into the box, looking for Van Dijk. Van Dijk with the header. It's out of play. And this one is going into extra time. Unless Morocco can actually find a winner. That is something that I've always wondered, especially with many, many managers. You set up your team negatively, and then when things do not work out, you now begin to look worried, stressed, anxious on the touchline. But somebody would ask you, what are you expecting? It's like if I start playing with matches and then I get burnt, am I supposed to blame someone? Am I supposed to say, oh God, I'm burnt. Oh, what happened, man? What really happened? No. That is what you get. You refuse to play. You've only had 2 shots on target the whole game. In fact, even the goal that you scored was actually against a run of play. Then, when things are not going your way, why should you look stressed out there? That's why I said, you know what? I think Morocco, on the balance of play, Morocco should actually go into the next round because Morocco seem as if they're going to pose a bigger threat, the likes of France and Canada, than the Dutch will ever do. So I think when the Dutch would have come up against France, would have been blown away so easily. It's Quincy Timber, this Saibari. Saibari is now playing on the left. Saibari, nice pass. Rahmi. Oh, that's actually a Rahimi. Veghorst into Somerville. Oh my God. Somerville. Counter. Somerville. Oh, what a tackle from Mazraoui. Mazraoui, bro. Ish. Mazraoui. Hey, this guy, man. Ish. He's clearly man-marked Somerville so well, man. What a tackle, man. That's why I actually have a very, very big issue with United fans. Always fancy Dalo over Mazraoui. I'm like, are you honestly all right in the head? You fancy Diego Dalo over Mazraoui. Look at what Mazraoui does, man. Look at his desire, his ambition, his industry. He's not playing as a centre back. And you can actually think that maybe that is his natural position. He can play on the right, he can play on the left, he can play through the middle. My goodness. Anyway, it's fine. That's a story for another day. Verbruggen chooses to go long. Referee, just blow for extra time now. This game, I told you, this game is going to extra time. Somehow I just had that feeling that this game might go to extra time. I just had that feeling. Yeah, the Dutch, one more chance to maybe win this game deep into stoppage time. Yeah, it's gonna be a long throw opportunity for them. Come on. Dumfries with a long throw. Cleared. The Dutch pick it up. And of course, that is it. The referee blows for full time. End of regulation time. 1-1. Morocco saving themselves right at the death. But of course, rightfully so. Clearly, the Dutch got lucky in this game. Extra time looms now. Extra time looms. Yes, the game is going to go into extra time now. It's actually a good thing. It's a fair result because clearly the Dutch were lucky to actually get their goal. Yeah, because of just one moment in the game. But Morocco have hit the post. They have forced the keeper into 2 wonderful saves. Then there's also the last ditch tackle from Van der Ven on Hakimi. So clearly, Morocco by far the better team. So let's hope that they'll be able to eventually get over the line. So they clearly threw caution to the wind, especially after they conceded. The manager was way more brave than Ronald Koeman. Ronald Koeman was just a reactionary, just made reactionary changes because Brobbey was having a poor game, so he had to bring him off. And it actually paid off for him. It actually paid off because Weghorst, the next opportunity that they got, Weghorst managed to flick the ball on into the path of Somerville. Somerville able to run in behind, almost dispossessed by Mazraoui. But when he was going down, he managed to play in a wonderful pass into Gakpo, and Gakpo was able to finish it, smash into the back of the net. So that is the only chance that the Dutch have had, honestly. That is the only chance that the Dutch have had. So when I see them, when I see Koeman pacing up and down the touchline, I'm like, my friend, you got lucky. You just capitalize on one opportunity that you got in the entire game. Morocco have had several. They have been by far the better team, especially in the second half. They have taken the game to you guys, and you managed to get a goal, thinking that that was enough. Little did not know that Morocco's have a threat on their own. And of course, with that 93rd minute equalizer that was scored by Issa Diop, it means that Morocco have actually saved themselves. Yes, because it was another African team that was being sent packing, but they were able to say, you know what, we are not in any way going anywhere. We are going to remain here. We are not leaving. This competition is not yet over for us. So let me just switch this position because Rahim is the one playing down the middle. Yeah, Saibari is actually playing on the left now. Huh? So Saibari is on the left. Yasin is the one playing in the Diaz position. Sorry, yeah, Brahim Díaz position, and of course, Talbi is the one playing on the right. So anyway, let's see what the let's see how the drama is gonna unfold in this extra time. Yes, second game back to back that has gone into extra time. Yeah, earlier on the game between Germany and Paraguay went into extra time as well, where Paraguay won courtesy of a penalty shootout. Yes, Germany completely dominated that game, but unfortunately, they could not convert their chances, and just like that, Paraguay were able to take, I don't say take better penalties, but of course, you know, when it comes to penalties, it's really anybody's game. But the thing I will always say about penalties, like I said earlier, it's always a matter of when, rather, the order that you're going to select to take the penalties. And unfortunately, for Germany, somebody like Jonathan Tah is the one taking the last penalty, and you're like, why is a central defender taking a very crucial penalty? That's why for me, I'll always say this. What you should do, especially when it comes to a penalty shootout, let the strikers go first. Maybe one striker go first, and then maybe you can have the fullback and a fullback and maybe a winger, and then you can have your main penalty taker either go in the fourth position or maybe or take the fifth penalty, because you should not let your best players actually take the first penalties, man. Because if you do that, then you're gonna leave central defenders to take the crucial penalties, and you know when if they miss, then that's over. Anyway, the game has already resumed. Yes, first time in extra time. This is extra time, guys. This is extra time. Of course, don't have the privilege of a golden goal anymore, a silver goal. So regardless of what happens, we're gonna play the 30 minutes of extra time. So I hope you guys are still locked in. I hope you guys are still locked into the stream and also enjoying it wherever you are. Over here in Nairobi, it's already 6 a.m. in the morning. It's already 6 a.m. in the morning. So, because over there in Monterrey in Mexico, I think they're like 7 hours behind. So I think it's around 11 in the evening, 11 at night, 2300 hours. It's a free kick to the Dutch. You can clearly see the Dutch. Their main threat is just from set pieces, man. That is just their main threat. They're sending everybody forward. Miners, the box, picked up by Van Dijk. This is Gakpo. Timber into the box. This Somerville. The free kick. This handball from Gravenbach. Not Gravenbach. Somerville. Is Bono. Is Mazraoui. Salah. Edin. So to a throwing. Not Somerville. Dumfries with the long throw into Weghorst. Weghorst cleared by Diop. Hato. Oh, Hato has restarted play with the throw in. Now with the De Jong. Yeah, De Jong clearly has been so non-involved in this game, man. Van Hecke looking for Dumfries. Easily cleared by Salah Edin. It's Dumfries. Weghorst looking going for the going for the ball, but Bono actually came out nicely and just punched it away. And of De Jong commits the foul. Commits the foul on Rahimi, so it's gonna be a free kick to Morocco. So then now we have De Jong, we have Timber, and we have what's the other guy? Hoop Miners. So I think for the Dutch, the only thing that might work for them, in my opinion, is either a set piece or they just let this game go into penalties. But I don't see how they unlock this Moroccan team any other way other than from a set piece or even a corner or a penalty for that matter. Because right now it seems like their game plan is just sitting back and game has pretty much gone back into the pattern of the second half. Lanawi is Talbi Saibari Rahmi. Oh no! I thought he scored. I was already celebrating. Oh no! Oh no! Yeah, yeah. What a save, man, from Verbruggen. But it was straight at him, man. Come on, that was Rahimi, man. Oh my goodness. Come on, please do not come back to rue that mischance. Please do not come back to rue that mischance. Because if you do, oh my god. You know how football works. You guys have seen it many, many years before. Many times before, over so many years. That when you miss your chances, man, your big chances, the other team will just get one big chance, and just like that, the game might get away from you. Oh man. Yeah, Verbruggen clearly saving Rahimi. Anyway, it was a decent save anyway. Honestly, I thought it scored. I was already celebrating. I thought it scored. I honestly thought it scored, man. But anyway, at least Morocco do have a wonderful keeper in Bono, who's also good at saving penalties. For Verbruggen, I don't really know whether he's good at saving penalties, but he's a good shot stopper as well. But I don't know from the penalty spot whether he'll be able to at least, if the game doesn't de fact get there. But we'll see. Still have like around 23 minutes to play of this extra time period. Adin, picked up by De Jong. This is Timber into Gakpo. This is De Jong. Gives it away. Nice. Istalbi looking for Rahimi. Rahimi versus Van Dijk. Van Dijk comes across. Just kicks it out of play. Van Dijk, man, it seems like he still has a few yards on him, man. Doesn't seem to be aging at all. But anyway, Van Dijk is a good defender. In spite of his issues this past season for Liverpool, he's still a good defender. A very good 1v1 defender, man. Al Anawi. This is Yassine. Issa Diop. Al Anawi. Mazraoui. Mazraoui was actually sort of leaning to that centre back position. But I actually think that he's a centre back. Yassine. Al Anawi. Is Issa Diop, the guy who plays for Fulham. Hakimi, Yassine Hakimi, Mazraoui, patient builder from Morocco. Ball being worked from side to side. Saibari, Yassine, is Mazraoui back to Salah. Talbi. Yeah, the Dutch that's happy to sit in their shape now. All 11 players behind the ball. Is Salah, is Talbi, Salah. Clearly, yeah, Morocco just pushing the ball from side to side, patiently waiting for those openings, which I think might come. They say patience is a virtue, guys. Patience is in fact a virtue. Is Mazraoui, is Yassine, El Anawi again, Saibari, nice tackle by Van Heck. Picked up by Yassine. Yassine into Samir. Is Hakimi. Mazraoui coming forward. Mazraoui sells it short. Okay, what's that? Was that a foul? Oh, actually, it was handball by Veghorst. Oh, okay. handball, yeah. This is Yasin coming forward. Sorry, Samir, rather. This is Samir. This is Hakimi. Yasin on the far side. Al Anawi. This is Talbi. 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 Blocked. This is Salah Edin. This is Talbi. Talbi. Trying to get away from Somerville. It's picked up by Salah. Masrawi. Yeah, no foul. Balls all the way back to Bono. Yeah, I think from how the Dutch have things lined up now, it seems like they're just content with penalties. Just happy to allow Morocco to keep the ball in central areas. So long as there is no threat, they're okay. Elanawi, Isala, Nasrawi, this is Samir, Samir into Yasin rather, Yasin. It's pretty much the pattern of the game now. The ball just being worked from side to side by Morocco, not really going anywhere. So, yeah, the Dutch just happy to hold their ship. The proper 4-5-1 system. Yeah, Somerville and Gakpo holding the width. Saibari, by Quincy Timber. He was fouled by El Nawi. Anyway, right now, yeah, both teams still have actually still have some subs, but I think for Morocco they only have one more sub because you do allow one more sub, especially now when the game goes into extra time after you've already used up all your subs. But for the Dutch, I think they have got two more because they had only made four subs. But that's half time. Half time and half in extra time. So first period of extra time is over. So Verbruggen with a big save in the first period of extra time, saving it from Rahimi. Rahimi had clearly won the game for Morocco, but Verbruggen spread himself big and was able to save it and save his country and just allow them to keep their World Cup hopes alive. So, anyway, what changes can be made? I think right now you just have to now start thinking of players who can actually take the penalties. For the Dutch, I think Depay is gonna be brought on. Maybe Depay and Donny Malen, Maybe Clivet, Who knows? Because Reinders is really good from the spot. I don't know. I don't know his penalty record. But I think, or honestly, if it gets to maybe the 118th minute or the 115th minute, maybe you can take off maybe a Somerville and bring on maybe Depay. And also maybe take off maybe a De Jong and bring on maybe somebody like Donny Marlen. So now you need the attackers out there even to take the penalties. So it's clearly getting to that territory now, especially since the way the Dutch have set up this first period of extra time. It's quite clear that they are just happy to take the result now. Not really take the result, but they're happy to go into just take the game into penalties. But it seems like the Dutch are going to bring on a defender. Why is Gertrude being brought on? What's Gertrude being brought on? What the heck is he coming to do, honestly? Who is he going to replace? Dumfries. I think it's the time where you need to think of bringing on your attacking players because you need those penalty takers out there. Like I said, you know how to be relying on central mid defenders to be taking penalties. We clearly saw it with Germany. If you rely on central defenders to take penalties, man, you're basically shooting yourself in the foot. The only defender that I actually can trust when it comes to taking penalties, I think Van Dijk, the good penalty, the bull, good other good penalty taker. Rather, what am I saying? He's a good penalty taker. Who else can you trust? For the Dutch, Van Heck, no, I would not trust him at all. So, you need to bring on as many attackers as you can. I'd rather you lose the game in sudden death penalty shootout because maybe all your regular penalty takers or your the people can actually strike that ball properly had already taken their penalties. Maybe you just had to rely on the goalkeepers and the central defenders. That's okay. But now you don't put those central defenders to take crucial penalties, man. As Germany clearly found out. Yeah, Morocco have all the possession, but they don't really have the chances to back it up. This is Samir. Istalbi. Is Hakimi. Saibari trying to force his way through. Is possessed by Timber. Gakpo coming forward. Gakpo. His pocket is picked. Then Yasin was fouled by Gakpo. It's gonna be a free kick. Hey, but anyway, the game goes into penalties. I do favor Morocco because Morocco have been down this road before. Clearly won penalty shootouts in the past. And also have a good keeper in between the sticks. For Dutch, I have one of the poorest records at taking penalties at any major tournament. So I don't know why they still fancy their chances from penalties. And they clearly know they don't really have a good record from the sport. Yasa trying to sneak in. Sorry, Yasin rather. I don't know why I'm calling him Yasa. It's Yasin. Gakpo picked up by Veghorst. It's now with Rahimi. Rahimi into Mazraoui. Come on. Morocco, just one more chance. Trust me, just one more chance. That is all you need. Just one more. Just one more chance. Anyway, honestly, on the balance of play and even in terms of quality, I want Morocco to go through because I think Morocco are going to pose a much greater threat to the likes of Canada and France than the Dutch will. For the Dutch clearly see that their game plan is very, very negative. In fact, I would not be surprised if they are to make it through to actually play the same system against Canada. They clearly know Canada are not that good, but of course you're going to see them play with four, actually with a back five. It's something that I honestly wonder why they chose to change that tactic, man. But anyway, Ronald Koeman has always played that tactic, man. He's always a very defensively minded coach. Is Rahimi, Issa Diop into Rahimi. This is Hakimi. This is Samir. This is Talbi. So that's Aden rather. Edin rather. Edin. This is Al Nawi. On Hakimi. No foul on Rahimi. He's trying to want to. I don't know whom he was actually. I don't know whom he was actually looking for, but clearly that would not have worked. Greg Host fouled, man. Of course, this is what the Dutch want. They want free kicks in this deep area so they can bring everybody forward and just hoof that ball into the box. And hopefully, maybe they might get a knockdown and maybe score from the set piece. And De Jong is being taken off. De Jong is being taken off to be replaced by Martin De Roon, the defender coming on. My God. Wow. Saibari, this is Talbi. You can clearly see the game plan from Ronald Koeman. Bring on central defenders out there, other bring on more defenders, and just what you call setting up shop. I don't want to concede more. We are happy to take this game into penalties. Yeah, 10 more minutes. 10 more minutes. Then, of course, we're going to experience the drama of a penalty shootout. To the box by Yasir. It's cleared by. Who was that who cleared the ball? Was that Dumfries? So actually, it was Hato. It was Hato. It was Hato. Yeah, Gakpo clearly suffering from cramp. I think the Dutch just wasted that sub. You should actually waited maybe for around the 118th minute or 117th. Then just bring on more attackers so at least you can have a way better chance taking penalties. But I don't know why they made that choice. Imagine Brahim Díaz trying another penalty. But funny enough, he was already taken off. Brahim Díaz was already taken off, so no more Panenkas, man. I think he learned his lesson. Look at Gagpo. Boss, you're off the pitch. Then you just roll back onto the side of the pitch so that you can the game can be stopped. Yeah. Yes, Mr. Parker, I don't think he's gonna do that anymore. I think he learned his lesson. In fact, maybe that's the reason why he was also taken off. He was like, no, what? Just you don't want this guy to take risks again, man. And your Gakpo is signaling for what? For a sub, eh? Seems like Gakpo's race is run. Clivert, why not bring Depay? Why don't they want to bring on Memphis Depay? Memphis Depay can actually, because the game is going into penalties. You'd think of penalties right now. Why are you bringing on Justin Clivert, surely? What is he gonna do? Man. Anyway, it's fine. The manager's already made the decision. Honestly, think he should have brought on Justin Kluivert, man. Sorry, not Kluivert. Memphis Depay. Yeah, this one is going to penalties. This one is going to penalties. Second game in a row that is going to penalties, yeah. Unless something drastic happens. Unless something drastic happens. I just hope there'll be no Panenkas in that that penalty shootout, because honestly, Panenkas, man, clearly needs the word. I don't want to say the right mindset, but the right decision making ability to do a Panenka in a penalty shootout. You have to be honest, not really sure, but you have to really rely on the goalkeeper moving. As Brahim Díaz found out horribly that if the keeper doesn't move, you're actually left looking as having done something very, very silly. Anyway, it's going to penalties, guys. I think we can accept that it might be going to penalties, because right now the Dutch are just gonna sit back. I've got 5 defenders out there, man, cleared by Van Heck. Because the Dutch only have how many attacking players do they have there? It's only Somerville and Weghorst. And Somerville looks like he's hurt. Yeah, Somerville looks like he's hurt, but the referee's like, no, what? The game still continues. And now he has to stop play. Man. Ish. Okay, there's isn't much into that, man, because they just are coming together. So I don't know why Somerville is appealing for that foul, because clearly they just are coming together. It's just a case of who's getting to the ball first. Yeah, the Dutch fans, yeah, and the former legends know very well that penalty shootout is not really their forte. It's not really their strongest suit. So that's why they look worried out there, man. But honestly, I'll still favor Morocco. Honestly, still favor Morocco, because I think, especially Bono being out there, he only had one save to make in the entire game. So Bono being out there means that they honestly have a chance. Because I don't really know whether Verbruggen is good at saving penalties. Van Heck, Saibari. Yep. Anyway, this one's going to penalties, guys. Let's just accept that this one is going to penalties. It's okay. It is fine. I think what the Moroccan coach needs to do now is now think of the players that he can actually bring on to actually take the penalties. Because I'm sure Mazraoui is going to take one. Hakimi is going to take one. Who else is going to take one? El Nawi is going to take one. Saibari, Talbi, and Rahimi. So I think those are the 5 or the 6 that I'd actually pick for Morocco. For the Dutch, I think I'd say Van Dijk is going to take one. Weghorst, Kluivert, Dumfries, and I think no, Somerville, no. Maybe Timber. That's why I think they should just brought on Memphis Depay, because Memphis Depay is also a good penalty taker. Oh, yeah, yeah. Yep. Yeah, that is. I'm so sorry to say that is how boring this extra time has been. Huh? Just been one team keeping possession, and the other team just attacks or just defends and hopes to maybe catch the other team on their counter. That is exactly what the Dutch have done today. In fact, since the beginning of the second half, there hasn't been any kind of consistent Dutch pressure or intent, even maybe to want to win the game. Because even the goal that they scored was just off. It's just one moment in the game, the only moment that they've had. But for Morocco, Morocco have hit the post. They have forced two saves from Verbruggen. So clearly, Morocco been by far the better team. I expected the game to be a little bit closer, but I didn't know that Ronald Koeman's tactics were gonna clearly impede Morocco in this game. Anyway, penalty shootout looms, man. Only have one more minute of stoppage time. Or actually have one more minute of extra time to play. And then, of course, it's gonna be maybe 1 or 2 extra minutes of stoppage time. Then, of course, the referee is gonna blow the whistle, and we're gonna go into penalties. Is Van Dijk, Van Heck, Krumpias, Krumpaimas, is this Krump? Is it Kump Miners? Kump Miners actually playing as a left back. Yeah, a left centre back rather. Wow. Ronald Koeman, the coach of the year, man. How much at the time are you gonna get? I think 1 minute is enough. 1 minute. 1 minute is enough. Yep. Hakimi overruns the ball, so I think this one's over. This one's over. And funny enough, I don't know. Somehow the beginning of the game, I just call it. This one might be very, very difficult to separate the two sides. So I think this game is gonna go into penalties. I don't know. I just say that I don't say subconsciously, but I just had that thought that this man, because I did not know whether to pick out a winner in this game, because I was like, these two teams are very, very close in the FIFA rankings, because Netherlands are in 8th position while the Dutch are in 7th. So, of course, neither team was gonna get blown away. So you'd always thought that maybe one goal would be enough to secure a victory for either side. But at the same time, you always had the chance, you always knew that the back of your mind that this game might even go to penalties. Yeah, Saibari, you need to get off the pitch and have the wound treated first. Can't just go back onto the pitch and, yeah, there's blood dripping from your face. Yeah. Timber, looking for Somerville. Ah, nice play from Salah, man. Nice play from Salah, man. Clearly, hey, my friend, do not let Somerville through, man. Somerville is a pacey winger, my friend. There you go, penalty shootout. Oh no, Hakimi's eyes are bleeding. It's actually, what's the name of this guy? It's actually Saibari. Wait. I predict that none of the games tomorrow go to extra time or penalties. I think there will end up being too much. I think there will end up being too much separation. I predict that none of the games tomorrow, oh, like the games after this one, or this one included. Because I think this one, man. Yeah, that's extra time, man, has just been one snooze fest, man. Anyway, penalty shootout. It's a penalty shootout now. Penalty shootout. And like I said, I still favor the Moroccans because they're better at taking penalties than the Dutch. But we'll see. When it comes to penalties, Very, very important thing to consider is the order that you're gonna use. The order, the takers. Because if the order is off, my friend, you're done. Of course, please do not have central defenders taking the 4th or the 5th penalty. If you're gonna, it's a must you have the centre backs take penalties. Let them take either the 2nd or the 3rd, or even the 1st. Because at least that's why you're a bit safe. But you never let centre backs take crucial penalties because the pressure is gonna get to them. Or you never let them take any penalty at all. Unless maybe Van Dijk can also take a penalty. Yeah, Van Dijk is a good penalty taker. I think that's the only defender I know. The others, I think, way back. Oh yeah, and also Harry Maguire. Harry Maguire is also a good penalty taker. But of course, he's not a factor in this game. Yeah, because for me, I will keep saying it. I've always said it many times before. I do not trust central defenders with penalties. I do not trust them at all. Anyway, guys, the game has gone into a penalty shootout. Both teams ended up a 1-1 draw. No goals were scored in extra time. So, penalty shootout, the second game in a row that has actually gone into penalties after the game between Paraguay and Germany also went into penalty shootout. Anyway, guys, before the penalty shootout starts, make sure that you are already subscribed to the channel and you have already liked the video as well. If you are watching this stream and you have not yet subscribed to the channel, please do me that awesome favor. Smash that like button and subscribe to the channel if you have not already done so. Yes, help us get past the minimum threshold of 1,000 subs so that we can unlock memberships for the channel. So, guys, subscription is not in any way charged. It's completely free of charge. So, if you're watching this stream and you have not yet subscribed, please do me that awesome favor of liking the video and subscribing to the channel. And of course, if you a returning subscriber, thank you so much for also taking your time to be part of this watch along. And for those that have already subscribed, as always, thank you so much for the support. As always, we do appreciate it at all, and may God richly bless you guys for the support that you show the channel. So anyway, by now, of course, all 5 penalty takers have already been selected. So let's see who's actually gonna take the first penalty. Course, Hakimi and Van Dijk, the center circle going for a coin toss. I meant like no, if Saibari goes France, Sweden. Oh, okay, that's what you meant. Okay, probably won't end up going to extra time or penalties. At least that's my prediction. Yeah, makes sense. Mexico, Ecuador. Yeah, I think Mexico are gonna go. France, Sweden. It's a formality for France. No, Ivory Coast. I think no, but I will not be surprised. By the way, I will not be surprised because Ivory Coast also a good team. The Norway one might actually go into extra time. But I do fancy maybe Norway might actually go on and win. Yeah, but of course, the other game that I don't know, somehow I'm getting the feeling that might actually go to extra time. Maybe it's DR Congo versus DR Congo versus England. I don't know why. Because in fact, when England now play DR Congo are just gonna sit back and hoping to maybe take the game into penalties because they know that is their best chance of actually getting a win the game. Anyway, guys, before penalties start, make sure that you are subscribed to the channel. If you are watching this stream and you have not yet subscribed, please do me that awesome favor. Smash the like button and subscribe to the channel. For those that have already subscribed, thank you so much. Thank you so much for the support. Yes, it's gonna be the Dutch going first. The Dutch are gonna go take a first penalty. Seems like Van Dijk won the coin toss. So we're just about ready to start this penalty shootout. And of course, guys, no fake scores in the chat. No fake scores. No fake scores. No fake scores. Yeah, so anyway, penalty shootout. There we go. Coop Miners versus Bono. Let's see what's gonna happen. Coop Miners, the guy was brought on in the second half. Let's see what he's gonna do. Left footer, Bono, come on, stay on your line. Yes. Coop Miners, goal! Wonderfully taken penalty, man. That is how you take those penalties. The bottom corner, man. Out of the reach of the goalkeeper. He had already picked his spot and he knew, you know what, doesn't matter. If you're the keeper, even if you dive the right way, you're not saving this. So first penalty scored by the Dutch. Yeah, another game that might actually go into penalties. Maybe Colombia, Ghana, Switzerland, Algeria, Australia versus Egypt. Yeah, those are the games that might actually be decided by a penalty shootout. Anyway, yes, this is El Anawi versus Verbruggen. Let's see what's gonna happen. El Anawi, come on, bury that shot, man. Bury it. El Anawi hits the crossbar. Ah, yeah. Oh no, oh no, oh no. They are still safe. They are still safe. Still the first penalty, so do not worry. Do not fret at all. Ah, wonderfully taken penalty, but just too much elevation on the strike. Ah, no. Jeez, man. Hey, they score a second one. Oh my God. If it Justin Kluivert, pressure is now on Bono to save this. Bono versus Kluivert. Kluivert hits the post. Oh my God. I've always told you, never do that started run up. That is always a mistake. Already he had Bono deceived, man. Bono had already gone the wrong way. Kluivert put the ball on the other side, but there was too much spin to it. He struck the post. Morocco are still in it, man. Morocco are still in it. Look at the happiness and celebration from Bono, man. It's like he saved it. Anyway, Verbruggen, stay on your line, man. Do not just jump from side to side. Just stay central, man. Yes, stay central. Anyway, this is Rahimi. Saved! Oh, it's snuck in. It was saved by Verbruggen. But eventually the ball snuck under his palm and body into the back of the net. Unlucky. Oh, no. Unlucky for a goalkeeper, man. Unlucky. Oh, no, that's unfortunate. Oh, man. Actually, he had saved it. It's just that now his left leg was able now to just, actually his right leg on the ground was able to push the ball into the back of the net. Yeah. That was a lucky break for Morocco. No, it's completely unlucky for Verbruggen, but they do count. Yep. If they do go on to lose this, that will haunt him. Yeah, you are right. That will clearly haunt him if they go on to lose this. Here you go. Weghorst versus Bono. Let's see. Weghorst versus Bono. Weghorst. Yes, taking the deep breath. Weghorst. Goal! That is what you do. Top corner. Penalties, man. Keeper never saves those, man. Even if you had two keepers, they're not saving that, man. Wonderful penalty from Weghorst. Remember also in the 2022 shootout against Argentina, he also scored a penalty, man. Yeah, Weghorst at least has got a good composure on him, huh? Man, it's now getting into dangerous territory, man. And of course, at this point, you have to fear for Morocco because they're the ones taking the penalty. They are going second. Anyway, this is Talbi versus Verbruggen. Talbi. Go! Good penalty. Top corner. That's what you do. That is where you put those penalties, man. Out of the reach of any goalkeeper. Top corner. Keeper will never save them. When have you ever seen a keeper save a penalty into the top corner? No, you will never see. That's why I've always said, no, I don't know why many players want to go either to the side of the goalkeeper. Always hit it high. Top corners, man. Just pick either top corner and smash the ball there. 10 times out of 10, you will score. 10 times out of 10. But the keeper's not going to save it. Anyway, Timber. Man like Quincy Timber versus Bono. Let's see what Bono can do. Quincy Timber Quincy Timber. Oh, poor penalty. My goodness. Very wide. Yeah. Oh, no. Yeah. What a poor taken penalty, surely. Oh, my God. Oh, so wide, man. Didn't even get close to the goal. Oh, my God. It's over. It's over. It's over. That is the break that Morocco needed. That is the break that Morocco needed. Hakimi. There you go. Goal. If it's Hakimi is always scoring penalties, man. Hakimi. Anyway, let's see. Who knows? Maybe Verbruggen might save his team. Hakimi hits the post. Oh my God. What the heck is going on? What is going on, man? Nobody wants to win this game. Hakimi, bro. Man. The Dutch have caught life again. Hakimi, come on. After I was so sure that you're going to score your penalty, man. Hakimi, man. It's now advantage, Dutch. Because if they score this, man, all pressure is now on Morocco. Jeez. Oh, man. Somerville, wow. Somerville with a penalty, man. What is wrong with these defenders not being able to hit penalties? Yeah, facts. I told you, defenders, man. Can't really trust defenders, but I know fullbacks are good, but I don't know what's happening today. Hakimi, that was just unfortunate. Hitting the post, that is so unfortunate, man. Bono versus Somerville. Somerville! Saved by Bono! Eish! Saved by Bono! I told you, Bono, penalties, man. Somerville. Clearly he was deceived by Bono, man. Yeah, Bono clearly knew how he was gonna strike the ball, man. Hey, Bono, wow. How did he do that? How did he save that, man? He gambled. Honestly, he gambled. He gambled. He did not go to ground. He knew that maybe Somerville was gonna hit it high and into the back of the net, but somehow he stayed big and saved it. Anyway, Saibari scores and it's over. Three missed penalties in a row. Yeah, facts. Saibari scores, it's over. It's over. Saibari will score. It's over. Saibari! Goal! Morocco! Yeah! I told you, Saibari will score, man. Thank you, Morocco. Thank you, Morocco, man. Thank you. Remove that Dutch team. Negative tactics, poor play, poor positioning, poor performance, everything poor from a Dutch perspective. Man, I feel for Verbruggen, man. Verghost is in tears, man. Oh, yeah. Because this was his last World Cup. Yep, let's go, Morocco! I told you, Morocco would win penalties. I told you, they would win. I've always known this. I know this for a Dutch team. Dutch teams are not good at taking penalties. Dutch teams have always lost penalty shootouts. They lost, I think, 94. Was it? Actually, 98. They lost against Brazil. In 2002, they didn't qualify. 2006, did they play in the World Cup? I don't think so. And then, of course, most recently against Argentina, they also lost another penalty shootout. So, you can't really trust the Dutch to win a penalty shootout, man. It's like their biggest curse. It's like the Dutch are normally cursed when it comes to penalty shootouts, man. They're normally cursed. So that's why I did not fancy them at all. They missed 3 penalties, man. Somerville, Timber, and who was the other guy that missed? The other guy that missed? Who's the other guy that missed the penalty? Why am I forgetting this other guy? Why am I forgetting this other ninja that missed the penalty? Oh, Somerville. Oh, Clivert, yes. Yeah, Quincy Timber is in tears, man. Yeah, of course. If you miss a penalty in the penalty shootout, you're gonna be in tears, man. But I feel honest, the two players that I feel for, Verbruggen and Weghorst. Verbruggen now is casting that ball that he just let it go, slip under his body and into the back of the net. But anyway, like I said, sometimes penalty shootout are a fair reflection of how the game went. Morocco are by far the better team, especially from the second half all the way to extra time. And of course, rightfully so, they win the game. The same way, Champions League final, Arsenal trying to sneak in a win on penalties. No, it doesn't work like that. Penalty shootout, man. Sometimes you do get the worst team winning, like Paraguay did manage to win against Germany. But at the end of the day, 9 times out of 10, the better team is gonna win it because they're the ones who just want it more. They're the ones who want it more. And Saibari, very wonderfully taken penalty into the bottom corner, out of the reach of Verbruggen. And of course, I told you can always count on Morocco to win a penalty shootout. They managed to win this penalty shootout against Spain in 2022, round of 16. Very impressive performance, man. So, don't rule them out. Morocco are no pushovers, my friend. Morocco are no pushovers. In fact, if maybe they're on another side of the draw, I had them picked out to maybe reach even the semi-final, like they did last World Cup. Yeah. So for the Dutch, they go home empty-handed. Now Morocco are gonna beat Canada and it'll be easy. Yeah, true. Yes, because I do fancy Morocco to beat Canada. Yeah, they are gonna beat Canada. And of course, if they do that, quarter-final matchup against France awaits them. Because I do expect France to beat Sweden and also beat Paraguay. So they're gonna meet in the quarter-final. And of course, it's a repeat of 2022 semi-final in which actually the Dutch, or not the Dutch, the French won by 2-0. They likely Morocco in the yes, that's the likely matchup, yeah. Because actually this side of the draw, this Moroccan and French side of the draw, it's actually a bit difficult, because the easiest side of the draw is the one for Argentina. Argentina, Cape Verde, Australia, Egypt, Switzerland, Algeria, Colombia, Ghana. So if Argentina beat Cape Verde, they either play Australia or Egypt in the round of 16. And if they win that, they either play Switzerland, Algeria, or Colombia, or Ghana in the quarterfinal. Then, of course, in the semi-final, on the other side, we've got Brazil, who won their game against Japan. We are awaiting the winner between Cote d'Ivoire and Norway. Then you have Mexico versus Ecuador, England, Congo. So I would want England actually to meet Mexico. I want to see how those two are gonna play. Round of 16. So actually might be a potential Brazil, Mexico, or Brazil, England quarterfinal. And then Argentina, maybe Colombia on this other side. Then semi-final, maybe Brazil, Argentina. Then on the other side, maybe France and Spain. Wow, that would be wonderful. France, Spain, semi-final, and then Argentina, Brazil. I hope it works. I hope it actually plays out that way. Because I think Brazil can make it that far, but I don't think they're gonna win the competition. I don't think Brazil are gonna win this World Cup because they also played against Japan. They have a lot to be desired, man. Anyway, game is over. At least my prediction was accurate. I'd fancied Morocco in penalties. And I hopefully at least they're gonna go on to maybe meet France in the quarterfinal. I don't know that this time around they're gonna beat France. That's gonna be a difficult game for them. Morocco have a better chance versus Spain, but I think France is slightly easier than Argentina. France easier than Argentina? No, I think France are the overwhelming favorites, my friend. France, that front four of Due, Dembele, who's the other guy? Due, Dembele, Mbappe, and how? Wait, am I forgetting the other guy? Due, Dembele, Mbappe. Okay, Olise, my friend. That front four, my friend. No, France are gonna make it to the final. For me, I think I'm gonna predict another Argentina-France final. Because, hey, France, man, that front three, man, front four is has a lot of quality. And also, these players are good, man. They are good. Actually, these guys were actually in the Ballon d'Or rankings. I think the top 10. Mbappe was there. Olise is gonna be there. Dembele is the current Ballon d'Or owner. Doué, because of his performance in PSG in the Champions League. So those are the four of the best wingers, or actually forward line. In fact, if you are to have that front line in any team, trust me, you'd have a chance. Unless they come up against a team that plays a serious low block and maybe go out and lose on penalties. Because for me, I do fancy that French team, man. I do think they're gonna go make it all the way to the final. It's gonna be a repeat of the 2022 final between Mbappe and Messi. And then if it gets to that, I think I'm gonna fancy France. Because France, my friend, that team is way too strong, man. Dembele scoring a hat-trick just the other day against Norway. Mbappe also has already had 4 goals. Olise has not yet scored. Olise already has 3 assists. This is the other guy. Doué, I think, has a couple of assists as well. So does Mbappe. So, honestly, do not rule out that French team. Please do not rule them out. That French team is going to be strong, man. So that's why I'm saying this other side of the draw, Morocco would actually pose a bigger threat to France than the Dutch. Because the Dutch, clearly, you saw in that particular game, the second half all the way to the second period of extra time, it was just vibes and inshallah. Let's just go and see what we can do. They were just waiting for penalties, which they know clearly they have a very poor record at. They have a poor record in taking penalties. So, anyway, game's over. At least Morocco have made it through. I'm happy at least Morocco have gone through. Yes, at the beginning of the stream, I had said that this game might actually be going to penalties because these two teams looked so easily poised, evenly poised. And that has been the case. So, Morocco win it on 3-2 on penalties. Yes, Somerville, Timber, and Clivert missing their penalties. While for Morocco, Hakimi and El Anawi are missing, but it was not really that of a bigger deal because if you have the likes of Bono, who can actually get out of jail, and the likes of Saibari, who know how to convert their chances, then you are good. You are good. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for being part of this watch along. 3 hours, man. 3 hours, 8 minutes, man. Started the game at 4 a.m., man. 3 hours, man, of watching this stream, man. Anyway, it's been worth it. It's been worth it. I've honestly enjoyed myself. Anyway, thank you so much, guys, for taking your time to be part of this watch along. As always, for those that have already subscribed to the channel, thank you so much for the support. As always, God bless you guys. If you're going to come across this stream after it has ended, make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel as well. Yes, it's been your boy right here, Vinskey Valor. On to the next game. So the next game is Norway versus Cote d'Ivoire, which is going to be played this evening from around 8 p.m. 2000 hours. That is actually 1700 GMT. That's when the game is gonna start. So anyway, guys, thank you so much, guys, for taking your time. Do have a wonderful, if it's night time in your area, do have a wonderful night. If it's already daytime, like myself, wherever I am, hope you guys are gonna have a wonderful day. Have a wonderful time as well. See you in the next video, and please take care and peace.